This video continues with Chapter 40, The Secret of the Three-Eyed Tribe. Dragon Ball, if I don't read, Jiren will cry. Chapter 40, The Secret of the Three-Eyed Tribe. New Three-Eyed Star. Son Gohan had a stunned expression on his face. In front of him were ants the size of calves and elephants the size of puppies. A primeval forest. Gohan, I sense that there are no humans on this planet. Jai-Ozi's innocent big eyes seemed to be saying that Son Gohan was stupid. I forgot. Their spaceship will take 3 years to arrive. Son Gohan looked embarrassed. 3 years? Tien Shinhan's eyes widened. A year has passed, and it will take about 2 years. Let me see where they are. Son Gohan closed his eyes and used his chi perception to sense the location of Tianmu Wang and others. Son Gohan searches carefully and senses the location of the spaceship. 3 minutes later. Let's go, we found it. Son Gohan grabbed the two people and disappeared in an instant. /U0027 /U0027. Tianmu Wang and others were singing and dancing, but were suddenly startled by the appearance of Son Gohan. It seems like you guys are doing well. Son Gohan looked at King Tenmoku with interest. At this moment, King Tianmu was holding a graceful woman in his arms. Go down, all of you. Tianmu King quickly ordered them to stop. At the same time, the dancers were dispersed. The beauty in his arms also retreated tactfully. Young friend Gohan, why are you here? Asked King Tianmu. Why you don't welcome me, or am I disturbing you? Son Gohan joked. No way, haha, why wouldn't I welcome you? Tianmu King laughed awkwardly. King Tianmu, I brought someone with me. See if he is from your three-eyed clan. Son Gohan pointed at Tien Shinhan beside him. King Tianmu and the two ministers on the left and right only then noticed him. Same bald head, 3 eyes in one. Tianmu Wang stepped forward and pressed his palm on Tien Shinhan's forehead. A beam of light shot out from the third eye and shot into Tien Shinhan's third eye. A full 3 minutes later. Bang! Tianmu King fell to his knees. Welcome, young master. Everyone was instantly stunned by Tianmu King's actions. Gohan this, Tien Shinhan was at a loss. Tianmu King, please stand up. What happened? Gohan stepped forward and helped Tianmu King up. Haha, the curse of my three-eyed clan is about to be broken. King Tianmu answered the question irrelevantly and was very excited. Your Majesty, is this crazy? The left Prime Minister's eyes were transmitted to the right Prime Minister. I don't know, just keep watching. The right Prime Minister looked back. The person who knows you best is either the person who understands your strengths and weaknesses or your enemy. After fighting for so long, the two sides can naturally understand each other's eyes. Tianmu King, calm down, Son Gohan shouted. Tianmu King was stunned for a moment and then calmed down. Thank you so much, Gohan. I didn't expect that you not only helped our three-eyed clan find a new habitat, but also found our young master. King Tianmu once again expressed his gratitude to Son Gohan. Tell me what's going on. Son Gohan was very curious. The word God in our three-eyed God clan is not groundless. King Tianmu began to talk about the origin of the three-eyed God clan. It turns out that the three-eyed gods are not the natives of the 7th universe. They are the creatures of the destroyed 13th universe. The three-eyed gods, the top race in the 13th universe. Even the previous gods of destruction were all chosen from the three-eyed God clan. This is also the origin of the word God in the three-eyed God clan. It is conceivable how powerful their race is. The gods of destruction are all elected by their race. The strong become stronger, and the weak become weaker. The members of the three-eyed clan are spread throughout the 13th universe, and many of them are dependent on the three-eyed clan. The forest is big, and there are all kinds of birds. As the race becomes more and more powerful, some malice buried in their hearts also quietly erupts, bullying the weak, humiliating other races, and even destroying planets. This has also led to increasing dissatisfaction among other races in the universe, and the development of the universe has been seriously distorted. The angels of the 13th universe even warned the god of destruction, but the god of destruction was from the three-eyed tribe, so he naturally didn't care about it, so he ignored it. The clan leader at that time was also a very shrewd person, but no matter how shrewd he he couldn't control such a race. As time went on, many other races began to complain to God Kai, but God Kai did not dare to intervene. So they complained to the god of destruction, which was a dead end for them. What will happen if you become the strongest in the universe? Of course, there will be internal strife. A part of the tribesmen with evil intentions began to split up, and they were influenced by something and started to become extremely evil. Although the three-eyed gods in the past were powerful, they were not an extremely evil race. This extremely evil tribe began to invade other tribes, calling themselves the Three-Eyed Evil Tribe. They don't care about their reputation at all. They burn, kill, and loot in the universe to enhance their own strength. Those who surrender live, those who resist die. This action directly caused chaos in the 13th universe. The god of destruction also realized the problem at this time and began to destroy the Three-Eyed Evil Clan everywhere. But unexpectedly, the god of destruction died at the hands of the Three-Eyed Evil Clan's leader. The power of destruction cannot destroy him. The leader of the Three-Eyed God clan realized that the situation was not good, and quickly arranged for some of his clansmen to ask for help from the angels and send them to the 7th universe. As for why it was sent to the 7th universe, it was because there was a secret passed down in the inheritance of the patriarch of the Three-Eyed God clan. This secret was that there were always Dragon Balls in the 7th and 6th universes that could fulfill any wish. Moreover, Beerus, the god of destruction of Universe 7, is often asleep, unlike Champa of Universe 6, who is looking for delicious food everywhere. It's much safer to go to the 7th universe. His son, the most gifted genius in the history of the Three-Eyed God clan, is also among them. Traveling through the universe at will without orders was against the laws of the Omni-King, so he asked the angels to seal up his son's powerful talent. By the way, that part of the tribesmen were also sealed up, leaving only a part of the fighting power to protect themselves. This seal is a blood seal. In order to unlock it, the clan leader's son must grow up before it can be unlocked. The angels at that time just threw them to a safe planet and left them alone, returning to the 13th universe to suppress the civil unrest. The clan leader's son led the Three-Eyed clan to settle down on that planet. Accidents may be late, but they will never be absent. There is a terrifying monster in the universe called Morrow, who is very powerful. He can absorb the life energy, that is, chi, of all things, and convert it into energy to increase his own energy, and use life energy to attack enemies. He can also absorb the life energy of a planet to turn it into a dead star. Morrow destroyed the Irachi system and caused the death of 320 planets. And the planet where the Three-Eyed Gods settle down is among these 320 planets. The clan leader's son forcibly released the seal in his body to fight against Moryuo, and at the same time arranged for his son and other three-eyed aliens to escape. He also died at the hands of Moryuo. Unexpectedly, his son was also lost during the escape. Hearing this, son Gohan was a little confused. That can't be Tine Shinhen. He is only in his 20s now. According to what you said, he should be more than million years old. No, the young master was still young at the time, and the master forced the young master to unseal him, which damaged his blood. The young master was also affected to some extent, so the master sealed the young master in the incubator and slowly repaired the damaged blood in his body over time. Originally, he was supposed to unseal the young master after finding a new habitat and repair him through the clan's secret techniques, but he didn't expect to lose the young master. The master seal could last for a long time if there were no unexpected circumstances, even more than 10 million years. Tianmu King explained. Your Majesty, why haven't we heard of this rumor? The two ministers asked in confusion. Only the king of the Three-Eyed Clan can know this situation. The previous clan leader passed on to me the secret technique of detecting the young master, as well as this news. I originally thought that it has been more than 10 million years, and I would never use this secret technique in my lifetime. But I never expected that I would actually be able to see the day when the Three-Eyed Clan reappears. King Tianmu became more and more excited as he spoke. The riot in the 13th universe caused the death of the angels, which directly angered the High Priest. The High Priest reported directly to the King of all. Then let's destroy it. With just a simple sentence, the the Omni-King raised his little hand and directly destroyed the entire universe. The gods were discussing the disappearance of the 13 universes, and the gods of destruction in their respective universes dared not to be irresponsible. After all, there are only 12 out of 18 universes left. As for the reasons that led to the appearance of the three-eyed evil clan, that is not something the Omni-King has to think about. In his mind, if he doesn't like something, he just needs to get rid of it. So Tyne Shinhan has a powerful talent? Son Gohan asked. Yes, that's right. As long as the young master can unlock the blood seal, the three-eyed clan will reappear. The third eye of our three-eyed clan has terrifying abilities. Now predicting the future and launching light attacks are just unnecessary skills. King Tianmu seemed to have seen the future of the three-eyed star. Then I'm even more curious. Since you have some special superpowers, why can't you find Tyne Shinhan? Son Gohan asked. A doctor cannot heal himself. The young master's bloodline is much stronger than ours. There is no way to find his location. Well, that makes sense. Tyne Shinhan, don't you have parents on Earth? Son Gohan asked curiously. No, it was Crane Hermit who brought me up. I have followed Crane Hermit since I can remember. I have no idea about what happened before I can remember. Tyne Shinhan replied. That's not important. What's important is that our clan has always had a secret technique to unlock the bloodline, and in order to quickly unlock the bloodline, every clan leader has collected the treasures and medicinal materials needed to unlock the bloodline. As long as your bloodline is unlocked, the restrictions on our clan members will also be unlocked, and our strength will be rapidly enhanced. Then Tyne Shinhan, you stay here to unlock your bloodline inheritance, Son Gohan said. Okay, Tyne Shinhan did not resist at all. By the way, do you have many people on the spaceship? Son Gohan asked. About 10,000 people. What happened? Tianmu King asked curiously. Stop the spaceship. Otherwise, you will have to fly for another 2 years to get there. More than 10,000 people are enough to develop a habitat. This will also help to unlock Tyne Shinhan faster. Okay, Left Prime Minister, stop the spaceship. At the same time, notify other spaceships to continue moving forward, but don't tell them the reason. King Tianmu was very vigilant. He did not intend to expose Tyne Shinhan's existence before the seal was unsealed. At the same time, he looked at Zhuo Xiang fiercely. Your Majesty, I swear that I will never expose the existence of the young master. The Left Prime Minister knelt on the ground in fear. It would be better if you follow me closely during this period of time. Tianmu Wang finally gave up his killing intent. The Left Prime Minister has always wanted to contact Frieza. The King of Heavenly Eyes didn't care in the past because the old three-eyed planet was on the verge of doom. But now he can't ignore it. Don't worry, King Tianmoku. I will protect Tyne Shinhan until he grows up. But I also want to make it clear to you that the sudden strength will cause an explosion of desire. I hope you are not the next three-eyed evil tribe. Otherwise, Tyne Shinhan can't keep you, I said. Son Gohan's eyes were full of murderous intent. He didn't want to cause cholera in the 7th universe because of his own momentary thought. Don't worry, my friend Gohan. As long as the young master is unsealed, my three-eyed clan will recognize the young master as their leader. The young master's orders are our divine will. Tianmu King vowed to return to. That's good. The spaceship also stopped. Son Gohan moved instantly and arrived in the starry sky. The air exploded directly, enveloping the entire spaceship, and using instant movement, it arrived at the new three-eyed planet. Tianmu Wang and others opened the hatch and walked out of the spacecraft. What catches your eye is an environment similar to the three-eyed star. Looking up, you can see 2 huge stars in the sky, but their temperature is only around 25 degrees, which is very suitable for their survival. Right, Prime Minister, lead the guards to open up the wilderness and build shelters. Tianmu King gave the order. The Right Prime Minister took the order and led more than 10,000 guards to begin clearing the surroundings. Some robots also began to build residences. Okay, I have something else to do, so I'll leave Tyne Shinhan to you. If you have any questions, please contact me through King Kai of the North. I believe you also have a way to contact me. Son Gohan asked. Don't worry, Gohan. The Great Elder has the ability to communicate with the underworld. His third eye can transcend yin and yang. It won't be difficult for him to contact Lord North Kai, said the Heavenly Eye King. Well, that's all. If you need anything, contact me through King Kai. Let's go. Son Gohan's figure gradually fades away. Young master, please wait a moment. Tiamu King stepped forward respectfully. Well, it's okay. You don't need to be so polite. Tyne Shinhan was embarrassed by him. Chapter 40, One Galactic Patrol Headquarters. Unknown Galaxy Cluster Starry Sky. Son Gohan put his hands in his pockets. I didn't expect that Tyne Shinhan actually escaped from the 13th universe. It seems that there are still many unknown secrets in the Dragon Ball world. He did not stay on the new three-eyed planet, and there were still 3 months before Frieza arrived on Namek. He didn't want to waste 3 months on the three-eyed star. Ever since he saw that the lifespan of the great elder of Namek was shortened again, he began to worry about Son Goku's heart disease. He subjectively believed that Dat existed in a parallel universe, and even if history had slight changes, it would not affect Dat's arrival. But now it seems that the situation is not good, and he has to make other preparations. Since the special medicine was made by Bulma in the future, then Bulma in the present should be able to make it too. Moreover, the present has an advantage over the future, Son Gohan murmured. Then he instantly teleported and disappeared. Earth Karinta. Hey, didn't you leave the Earth? Cat Hermit was a little surprised at Gohan's sudden arrival. I'm not needed there for now. I came back to do something. By the way, Cat Hermit, do you still have the super divine water? Gohan asked. Upon hearing this, the cat immortal nodded and shook his head. Yes, you want to drink more? No, it's useless for someone who has drunk it to drink it a second time. Besides, only a few drops have been produced now. 1 drop is enough. I need raw materials for an experiment. Can you give me 1 drop? No problem, just wait. The cat immortal walked to the warehouse, took out an exquisite glass bottle, and filled it with a drop of super divine water. Hey, here you go. Thanks, Cat Master. I'll arrange for someone to send you some dried fish later. Son Gohan thanked him and teleported away. Slurp, dried fish. Tears flowed from the corners of the cat fairy's mouth. Bulma Manor. Bulma, Son Gohan felt more relaxed after the embarrassing scene with Bulma. You little brat, why are you looking for me again? Bulma said unhappily. Hee, please help me research a special medicine. Son Gohan said shamelessly. What a joke. I'm a scientist, a genius scientist, not a medical scientist. Bulma looked dissatisfied. Ms. Bulma, you are a genius scientist. It's easy for you to research a special medicine. I don't trust others. There is only 1 drop of raw material. Son Gohan held Bulma high in his arms. Ba, stop trying to fool me with your sweet words. You have bad intentions. Bulma obviously has developed an immunity to him. Ms. Bulma, you don't want to lose a good friend, do you? Son Gohan suddenly looked serious. Hey, what do you mean? Why does this sound familiar to me? Ba, no, what do you want to do, little brat? Let me tell you, in terms of seniority, I am your aunt. Bulma was so scared by his words that she stepped back repeatedly. Son Gohan saw this and didn't know whether to laugh or cry. What kind of weird things are in your head? I mean, I asked you to make a special medicine to save my father. Isn't my father your friend? Bulma was stunned, and at the same time she breathed a sigh of relief, she also felt a little disappointed. So that's how it is, but how could Son Goku get sick? Aren't you aliens? He is as strong as a bull, Bulma said in surprise. My father has been poisoned. This is the super divine water, which stimulates potential through toxicity. Although my father used this to stimulate his potential when he was a child, there is a trace of toxicity that has not been absorbed and digested, lurking in the heart. It won't be long before my father dies of a heart attack. Son Gohan's serious expression made Bulma believe that this was true. Is that really the case? Leave it to me. Although Capsule Corporation focuses on technology, there are many medical experts. Bulma carefully took the glass bottle and said solemnly, Well, thank you, Ms. Bulma. Son Gohan bowed. Another white job. How about paying it with your body? Get out now. Look at yourself. Do you look like a 4-year-old child? You want to pay with your body, but do you have the ability to do so? Bulma was instantly furious. Woman, you say one thing and mean another. Son Gohan was kicked out, and he also rebuked Bulma for saying one thing and thinking another. Bulma is tough on the outside, but soft on the inside. After Son Gohan left, she quickly gathered the company's talents to research the super divine water. Chairman, where did you get this drop of liquid? Asked the company's medical expert. Don't ask about the origins, just tell me the results. Bulma. In terms of toxicity, it is not as good as cobra venom, but in terms of its destructiveness to the body, there is no substance on Earth that can resist it. What do you mean? If someone swallows it, it will kill all cells in the body within a few seconds. But the strange thing is, it will not destroy the core. But all cells will die within seconds, and the human body will suffer extremely horrible pain. If it is graded, it is 10 times stronger than the 10th level of childbirth pain. So exaggerated, Bulma asked in surprise. Yes, but if the consciousness can stay awake, the body will fight back on its own. The undamaged cell cores will multiply rapidly and give birth to new cells. The whole person will undergo new changes. Even life can be extended and aging can be reversed, but I don't think anyone can bear this pain. Yes, and there is more than one. That brat has obviously drunk it too, Bulma whispered. Chairman, what did you say? Nothing. Then let me ask you again, if this trace of poison is hidden in the heart, what will be the reaction? Bulma asked. This requires further experiments. It's just this one drop, so use it sparingly. Develop a special medicine for this toxicity as soon as possible. Yes, Chairman. The person in charge leads the team to conduct rapid research and development and experiments. Son Gohan came to the headquarters of the Galactic Patrol. Stop, who dares to trespass into the Galactic Patrol headquarters? As soon as Son Gohan appeared, he was immediately surrounded by layers of guards. Calm down, I have no ill intentions. I came here to seek an audience with the King of the Galaxy. Son Gohan spread his hands to indicate that he had no ill intentions. No matter who you are, if you can easily break through the layers of defense mechanisms and come to the palace of Lord Galaxy King, you must be very capable. If you want to see the Galaxy King, you need to report it. Your method is not appropriate. Okay, put away your weapons. If he has bad intentions, you are no match for him. Greetings, Captain Melz. Dozens of guards instantly put away their weapons and saluted respectfully. Step back, leave him to me. Yes, Captain Myers. The large number of patrol officers disappeared in an instant. Haha, Captain Myers, right, Son Gohan said with a smile. Well, come in with me. Myers did not care about Son Gohan's expression, but took him into the palace. Son Gohan followed closely behind. In fact, the purpose of his visit this time was not the King of the Galaxy, but the mirth in front of him. Chapter 42, Son Gohan and -039's Plan. Galactic Patrol Headquarters. Oh, you said you were introduced by Lord Northkai. Do you have any evidence? In front of Son, Gohan is the Galactic King in the shape of a green octopus. Your Majesty, the evidence is secondary. You should have a way to contact King Kai of the North, right? Why don't you just ask him? Son Gohan replied. Haha, good boy, you are fearless, and it seems you are very confident in your own strength. The Galactic King did not mind Son Gohan's rudeness, but was very interested in it. He just closed his eyes, and an invisible energy wave emanated from his body. King Star. King of the Galaxy? Why is he contacting me? We haven't contacted each other for thousands of years. Although the North Kai King was puzzled, he still connected with the telepathic communication of the King of the Galaxy. Respected Lord North Kai, long time no see. Galactic King, are you okay? The two of them greeted each other hypocritically. Well, we haven't contacted each other for a long time. I miss you so much. Same, haha. I wonder if the King of the Galaxy contacted me. King Beikai asked him directly what it was about. There's someone here. Judging from his race, he should be a Saiyan. His name is Son Gohan. He said you introduced him. Is that true? The King of Galaxy opened his eyes and looked at Son Gohan carefully, then closed his eyes and sent a message to King Kai. When Son Gohan saw what King of the Galaxy did, he guessed that he had the special ability of telepathy. Son Gohan, he went to your place. King Kai was stunned. He said you introduced him. Isn't that right? It seems he has bad intentions and lied. King Jinga instantly understood what King Kai meant. No, 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 I know him. I introduced him to you. He is a genius with excellent combat capabilities. I asked him to come to your place to train. I clearly told this little guy to start from the grassroots, but I didn't expect him to be so bold and come directly to you. King Kai hurriedly covered up for son Gohan. Although he didn't understand why son Gohan was going, since he was going under his name, he shouldn't cause any trouble. He still needs to solve the big trouble of Frieza in the Northern Galaxy, and he dare not let anything happen to son Gohan. Since the facts match, then it's all right. Don't worry, Lord North Kai, leave him to me. The Galaxy King is certainly not a fool, and he also heard that King Kai wanted to protect son Gohan. Since he himself doesn't mind, he is too lazy to be a bad guy, so it's nice to make some good friends. Then I'll trouble you, King of the Galaxy. Assign him more dangerous tasks. That kid is very strong. You should train him for me, King Kai of the North replied. Understood, understood. I will keep him safe. After saying the last sentence, the Galaxy King also cut off the voice transmission. After all, telepathic communication is very draining on your mind. These two old goblins, you have to carefully figure out the meaning of everything they say. King Kai of the North clearly said that dangerous missions should be arranged more often, and he is very powerful. But at the end, he added, exercise well. The last sentence is clearly telling King Galaxy that he is mine, and training is fine, but safety must be guaranteed. The King of the Galaxy naturally understood it, so he said to keep him safe. Patrol headquarters. Little guy, I have contacted King Kai, and it seems that you did not lie. He asked me to train you well. King Galaxy became even more curious about him. Although the Saiyans are a well-known fighting race, he knows better that the Saiyans' fighting power is not strong, and they are instead controlled by the Emperor of the Universe, Frieza. Even the Saiyan planet was destroyed by Frieza. He didn't understand why King Kai valued Son Gohan so much, and secretly told him that he would protect Son Gohan. Thank you so much, Your Majesty the King of the Galaxy. Can I follow him? After thanking him insincerely, Son Gohan pointed at Myers next to him and asked to follow Myers. Haha, you have a very sharp eye. Mel's is an elite member of the patrol team. There are countless people who want to follow him on missions. Are you so confident? The Galaxy King asked curiously. In the few minutes I've been here, I can't see through you, and I can't see through him. Son Gohan said cryptically that he was very strong. There were only one or two people he couldn't see through. Haha, good, interesting. Mel's, you can take him with you from now on. Is that okay? The Galaxy King said happily. No problem, Your Majesty the King of the Galaxy. Then I will take him down first. Mel's replied calmly. Well, let's get down. Just like that, Myers took Son Gohan away. The King of Galaxy watched the two people leave and thought to himself, an interesting Saiyan. Although he is a half-blood, his hidden strength is indeed very strong, and he is not as violent as a Saiyan. He is only about 4 years old, but he is as mature as an old monster. An apprentice angel, a half-blood Saiyan, I wonder what kind of sparks will be created. If Son Gohan could hear the inner voice of the King of the Galaxy, he would be terrified. This Galactic King is obviously different from the Galactic King in the anime. Not only can he see through Son Gohan's background and strength, he also clearly knows the identity of Myers. Brother Myers, is it okay for me to call you that? Son Gohan was extremely nervous. Of course, he knew the identity of the person in front of him. Myers, an apprentice angel, is the younger brother of the Angel Wise of the 7th universe. After he was born, he came to the 7th universe to gain experience, but he has not yet become a regular angel. In the later period of Dragon Ball Super, he disappeared due to the influence of the rules because he interfered in the battle between Son Goku and Maro. As for whether he was resurrected later, Son Gohan couldn't remember. When he traveled through time, Dragon Ball Super Season 2 hadn't been updated yet. The reason why he came to the patrol headquarters was because of Myers. The god of destruction has not awakened yet, and he doesn't want to alarm Beerus, and Wise is guarding Beerus all the time. He didn't dare to destroy the Divine Star rashly. The only gods left to contact are King God and Myers. But King Kai-Shin is a new god. He knows nothing, and he has an arrogant servant named Jepital by his side. Moreover, the time when the sealed old Kai King's sacred sword was pulled out was during the Majin Buu period. That was after Super Saiyan 2. Although Son Gohan neglected training at that time, and his fighting ability declined a lot, he is definitely stronger than he is now. He wasn't sure if he could draw the sword of Kaioshin now. So I didn't go to Kaioshin planet. Myers was the only choice left. You know, although Myers is an apprentice angel, his ultra instinct, although not as advanced as Wise's, is also very proficient. Moreover, if you can maintain a good relationship with him, it will also be a guarantee in the future. It's up to you. I'll take you to get familiar with the environment first. When there's a mission, I'll take you out twice, and then you can work on your own. With your strength, ordinary missions won't be difficult for you. Myers could see that Son Gohan's strength was not simple. Hee, Brother Myers, you figured it out. Son Gohan smiled embarrassedly. Don't worry, I can feel that you have no ill intentions, Myers said calmly. Well, I came out to gain some experience and see more. I can't see through your strength, so I thought you must be stronger than me, and I want to learn from you. Son Gohan didn't care about exposing his purpose at all. I like your frankness. Follow me, Myers. Okay. Son Gohan followed happily. Chapter 43 Mission, Arrest the Evil Trio. Galactic Patrol Headquarters. Son Gohan, the top 3 on this wanted list are the most notorious evil people in the universe. Choose one. Myers brought Son Gohan to the mission hall. As soon as Son Gohan looked up, he saw a huge display screen showing photos, names, and information. Number 1 on the wanted list, the evil trio, consisting of the 3 brothers Rosa, Ropa, and Rona. Of the 3 brothers, one is lustful, one is greedy, and one likes killing. There is a detailed introduction below. Rosa is so lustful that he wants to test the depth of even creatures of different races. Luopa's gluttony is his greed for the brains of intelligent creatures. Rona kills for no reason. He kills for no reason, he just likes it. The 3 brothers can be said to be perverts among perverts. Second place, Universe Emperor Frieza, as the strongest being in the northern galaxy, his army mainly sells planets and attacks planets everywhere, causing many creatures to be displaced and genocide. The most hateful thing is that he will sell the planets he has conquered to aliens whose homes he has destroyed. 3 Bojack, the strongest man in the southern galaxy, a thug, traveled all over the 4 galaxies to destroy them. Finally, he was sealed on a planet at the end of the galaxy by the 4 kings. Because he is still alive, he is on the wanted list. 4th place, I'm not interested in Son Gohan anymore. Brother Myers, are the evil 3 more powerful than Frieza? Son Gohan asked curiously. Mel's shook his head and said, not really. The 3 of them are less powerful than Frieza, but their unique methods allow them to escape capture again and again. Many members of the patrol team have fallen into their hands. The reason they are ranked first is because their evil deeds are even worse than Frieza's. Frieza's raising of an army and attacking planets is, to some extent, the law of survival in the universe. The reason they are ranked second is because he went too far, wantonly attacking other planets, causing the development of the 7th universe to lag behind. Myers did not explain clearly what the 3 brothers did, but he explained why they were ranked first. This makes Son Gohan even more curious. I've decided, let's go hunt them down, Son Gohan said, getting curious. Are you sure? If you choose Frieza, with your strength, you are enough to defeat or even kill him, Myers said in surprise. What I want is to improve myself, to enrich my means and strength, not for those so-called rewards. Son Gohan pointed to the cosmic coin reward on the screen. Haha, since you have made up your mind, let them be. Come with me. Mel's walked to the front desk. Hello, Captain Myers. What mission do you want to take? The little girl at the front desk said to him with a red face. Number 1 on the wanted list, the evil trio. Mel said coldly. That's great. Captain Myers, you are finally going to take action. Those 3 guys are so despicable. My cousin who is far away in America and Australia had her brain eaten by Ropa. The girl at the front desk was excited and angry. Don't worry, I will definitely arrest them. Son Gohan stepped forward and assured. Him, the little sister looked at Myers with a puzzled expression. His name is Son Gohan. He will be the main person in this mission, and I will assist. Myers also put Son Gohan's name on it. Okay, as long as you are here, there is hope. The little sister's lost expression obviously showed that she didn't believe Son Gohan. Son Gohan didn't care. After accepting the mission, he followed Mears on the spaceship and left. Brother, can you find them? Son Gohan asked curiously. The headquarters has always had their location coordinates, don't worry. Mel said calmly. Yeah, that's good. Son Gohan started doing push-ups and sit-ups, obviously unable to suppress the fighting spirit in his heart. 2 months later. A purple planet. Boom, hiss. The aircraft emitted flames from its tail and landed on a plane. We've arrived. I didn't expect it would take 2 months to fly. I should have used teleportation earlier. What a waste of time. Son Gohan walked out of the cabin and stretched. Why didn't you tell me earlier that you can teleport? Myers asked in surprise. Huh, I thought you could tell. Bullshit, if you don't use this skill, no one will know you have it. Myers said angrily. Is it my fault? Son Gohan looked at Myers guiltily. Forget it. When the mission is completed, you must use teleportation to take me back, and the spaceship must be taken back as well. This is too abominable. You have such a useful skill, but you didn't tell me earlier? Mel said unwillingly. Didn't you ask? Son Gohan retorted. You won't tell me if I don't ask. How do I know you don't know if you don't ask me? How would I know you would if you didn't tell me? I can't just tell anyone I meet that I can teleport, right? So, I am a dispensable person. Myers looked at Son Gohan with a strange look. The atmosphere is a little weird. Son Gohan seemed to smell a sour taste. At the same time, a chill rose in my heart. What are you going to do? Son Gohan stepped back in fear. There is no one around. Son Gohan, what the hell do you want? My values and preferences are normal. Myers could see what he was thinking. Phew, I was scared to death. Son Gohan took a deep breath. HMPH, Son Gohan, I originally wanted to take you with me. But, with your attitude, HMPH. Myers snorted again and again. Oh, Brother Myers, I was wrong. You can always ask me in the future. I will teleport to serve you. Son Gohan quickly tried to please him. It depends on your performance. Let's go. The evil trio is in a city 3,000 kilometers to the east. Mel's took the lead and floated into the air. Son Gohan followed closely behind. This purple planet is called Senna, and those on the planet are the Senna clan. They have no superpowers and low combat effectiveness, almost the same as the people on Earth. Purple skin, facial features similar to those of Earthlings, but with an extra pair of ears. The body structure is also similar to that of Earthlings. Most of the intelligent creatures in the 7th universe are in human form. Some just have a few extra things and parts. Rosa, the lecherous eldest brother of the trio, is wandering the city looking for prey. The second oldest, Ropa, was also observing the Senna man. His head was a little bigger, and drool was dripping from the corners of his mouth. The third brother, Rona, was flying over the city, waiting for his elder and second brothers to have enough fun before he started killing. Brother Myers, why do these 3 brothers look exactly like the people of Senna? Could it be that they are originally from Senna? Son Gohan and Myers hid in the dark. This is their first unique skill, the Disguiser. They can transform into any living being they have seen, Myers explained. I see, should I take action now? Son Gohan asked excitedly. Take them to a deserted place. Don't hurt innocent people, Mel said. That's right, I understand. Leave it to me. Son Gohan disappeared with a whoosh. When he reappeared, he had already come to the side of the boss Rosa. He grabbed him and instantly disappeared, arriving at an uninhabited plain. Rosa was shocked. Rona, who was far in the sky, also noticed something unusual and flew quickly towards Rosa's position. Ropa suddenly sensed that Rosa's position had suddenly become extremely far away. He instantly retracted his greedy gaze, flew high into the sky, and moved at high speed towards Son Gohan's position. Chapter 40, for he ran, he chased, his ashes piled up. Senna Star. Ropa and Rona rushed to Son Gohan's side in a very short time. Hey brat, who are you? After Son Gohan brought Rosa over, he did not attack him, but but let him go. Rosa retreated repeatedly and hid at a distance that he thought was safe. Ropa and Rona also arrived at the same time. "Brother, what's going on?" Ropa asked. "Kill." Rona's words were short, and a terrifying murderous aura emanated from his whole body. "I don't know. Be careful. That guy has strange abilities and brought me here in an instant." Rosa looked solemn. "Haha, you're all here. Let me introduce myself. I'm Son Gohan, a member of the Galactic Patrol. I'm here to see you for no other reason than to either kill you or be killed by you," Son Gohan said with a smile. "Swish." Before Rosa and Ropa could open their mouths, Rona pulled out a 3-meter-long machete from somewhere, and with one powerful move, he chopped towards Son Gohan fiercely. The moment he made his move, Son Gohan slowly raised his palm, and white flames enveloped his right hand. Swoosh, swish, clang, clang, clang. Rona's machete left an afterimage, and at the same time, there were bursts of sword sounds. Son Gohan didn't move. His right hand quickly flipped, and he saw the flaws in every blow from Rona, and he flicked his fingers slightly to block it. Myers saw Son Gohan's actions and couldn't help but show an admiring look. "Good boy, I underestimated you." Little did he know that Son Gohan's actions were all thanks to the puppet created by Popo. What Son Gohan learned, in addition to body skills, was the precise control of physical strength. Even the aura wrapped around his palm was just enough to block Rona's power. 1 point more and the knife would break, 1 point less and his fingers would be injured. Impossible. Rona's butcher knife is made of high-density metal that we collected from several galaxies, and he can easily resist it with just his chi. Rosa's pupils shrank, and a bad premonition rose in his heart. "Second brother, find the right time to run. I have a bad feeling," Rosa whispered to Ropa. "Brother, what about the third brother?" Although Ropa is greedy, he is not stupid. The 3 brothers can escape the pursuit of the patrol team time and time again, besides the fact that the patrol team did not send out real masters. Another reason is that Rosa's 6th sense is very accurate. More accurate than women's. I don't know if this is the reason why he is so lustful. This is a very bad premonition. Let's run as many as we can. If the third brother is caught, we can just find a way to rescue him later. As far as I know, the Galaxy Patrol usually doesn't kill people directly. Instead, they capture and sentence them to show the majesty of their patrol team. The eldest brother is very familiar with the patrol team's policies. But what he didn't know was that Son Gohan was new. The scene returns to Son Gohan. "What? You're not going to chop anymore?" Son Gohan looked at Rona, who had stopped in surprise. The cold and ruthless expression of Rona in front of him has changed into one of horror. "You're strong enough." Although Rona was surprised, the killing intent in his heart became stronger. The murderous aura gushed out in a short time. Such a strong evil spirit and resentment. How many people have you killed? People like you? Even hell can't let you go even if you go to the underworld. Son Gohan frowned. "You are worth my full effort." Rona held the 3-meter-long machete across his chest, holding the blade tightly with his left hand, and slowly moved to the left. His palm was cut, and blood was all over the blade. Zutu, the third brother, actually used this trick. Luopa was stunned. It seems that the third brother also saw that Guy is not simple. Rosa rolled his eyes and thought about the escape plan. He didn't dare to act rashly. From the superpowers that Son Gohan had brought him just now, he knew that it would be difficult to escape. Unless Son Gohan was restrained and had no time to activate his skills. The third brother's desperate fight also provided an opportunity. Rona would not use the blood slaughter move easily, because it is a skill that consumes life. Use your own blood, as well as the resentment and evil spirit in the blood, to feed the butcher knife. The butcher knife was in Rona's hand, and it had devoured countless lives. It had already become one with Rona and was fed with his blood, which further stimulated the murderous aura and sharpness in the knife. F***K, I'm playing Dragon Ball with you, but you're playing fantasy with me, right? Son Gohan felt inexplicably unhappy. Kill! The 3-meter-long machete, fed by Rona's blood, showed its sharp edge and fierce aura. At the moment of swinging the knife, it seemed as if there were millions of wronged souls and evil spirits following him. At the same time, with Rona's full effort, the actual butcher knife suddenly grew 3 meters. These 3 meters were transformed by chi. As he killed so many people, even his aura turned bloody. Rona was surrounded by a bloody aura, holding a 6-meter-long butcher knife. He became one with the knife and chopped towards Son Gohan. At this moment, Rona, with his full strength bursting out, his combat power has risen to about 80 million points. Come on, King Fist, 8 times. Son Gohan gathered his energy and exploded instantly. The white flames surrounding his body turned into a flaming red. Rona's aura was cold and gloomy, and full of resentment. Son Gohan's is just the opposite. It's extremely hot. Die, Rona slashed down from the sky, trying to split Son Gohan in 2. Son Gohan did not dodge, his eyes fixed on the blade. The veins on both hands bulged snap. The ending was unexpected. Son Gohan was not cut in 2, but caught the knife with his bare hands, catching it with both palms steady and ruthless. The energy carried by the butcher knife directly caused a huge canyon to be cut out behind Son Gohan, which was unfathomable. Catch it, catch it, catch it, Roppa's eyes widened. Kaioken, is that the move that King Kai created? Myers thought thoughtfully. Seeing the butcher's knife being caught with bare hands, Rona showed no panic, but the murderous intent in his eyes became even more intense. I saw him holding the handle of the knife with both hands and spinning it hard. Son Gohan felt a huge force, causing the blade to flip and loosen instantly. Swoosh, swoosh. The moment he let go, the 6-meter-long butcher knife swept through the army and chopped directly towards Son Gohan's waist. Son Gohan dodged the blade with a move called Iron Bridge, and a strand of hair that fell slightly on his forehead was cut off by the blade. I'm giving you face, Son Gohan was furious. Call out. Son Gohan moved behind Rona at high speed in an instant and kicked him hard in the lower back. Boom! Rona was kicked to the ground instantly, and a huge deep pit was smashed into the ground. I never thought that one day I would be able to use Vegeta's Prince fighting style. Ah-da-da-da-da-da. Son Gohan aimed at the deep pit and threw out countless energy bombs with both hands, hitting Rona. Boom, 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 boom. Every gas bomb exploded instantly when it hit Rona. Rona had no choice but to stick the butcher knife into the ground to block it in front of him. Doesn't he know that this attack is futile? Rona was very confused by Son Gohan's actions. Son Gohan continued to throw out the air bombs until Rona was completely covered by the smoke and dust. Son Gohan stopped. Although he stopped the mindless air bullet attack, he began to accumulate power at the fingertips of his right hand, and a golden point of light appeared. The energy infused into it is increasing. Most of your strength is in that sword. I wonder how much strength you have left after destroying this sword. Star-piercing strike. Swoosh, a beam of light as thick as a finger instantly penetrated the smoke and dust and directly hit the butcher knife. When Rona saw with his own eyes that his precious butcher knife was covered with cracks and turned over. Snapped. The butcher's knife breaks. Impossible. No one in this universe can break the butcher knife. Rona couldn't believe what he saw. As the butcher knife shattered, his combat power also dropped instantly, directly reaching 50 million points. You wanna die. The reduced combat power surged again. Blood flowed from the corner of Rona's mouth. Anger and resentment surged directly into his heart. The eyeballs turned red. Second brother, now is the time. Run! Rosa saw the third brother explode and told the second brother to run away. 2 voices rose into the air at high speed. They flew less than 100 meters before suddenly stopping in an unreasonable way. You better watch carefully, Myers said lightly. An invisible pressure immediately stopped the 2 men. They were unable to utter a word and were struggling with sweat pouring down their bodies. Myers did not arrest them, but suppressed them. Son Gohan here. Kill, kill, kill. Rona completely lost his mind and moved to Son Gohan at high speed. Countless punches and kicks were used to attack Son Gohan in a disorderly manner. Bang, bang, bang. The figures of the 2 disappeared under the high-speed movement, leaving only the sound of fists and feet colliding. Puff, Rona was hit hard in the abdomen by Son Gohan's elbow and spat out a large mouthful of blood. but he had lost his mind and didn't care about his injuries at all. Instead, he took the opportunity to hug Son Gohan tightly. He slammed his head hard against Son Gohan's head. When Son Gohan was knocked dizzy by his blow. Dang, dang, dang. Seeing that it was working, Rona knocked Son Gohan even harder. Enough, get out of my way. A golden flame instantly emerged from Son Gohan's body, and the powerful air wave directly blew Rona away. Bah, you bastard. Go to hell, sharpshooter. Son Gohan condensed energy with one hand, and a thick beam of energy directly blasted Rona. Not even the ashes were left behind. They turned into wisps of hot air and dissipated into the sky. After transforming into a Super Saiyan, Son Gohan's combat power directly reaches an astonishing 7 million points. Super Saiyan, interesting, you can run now. Mel's withdrew his pressure and disappeared. The Rosa brothers can move now. Seeing Rona being killed, the two brothers became even more terrified. After all, Rona is responsible for combat effectiveness. The blonde son, Gohan, turned his head and looked at the two Rosa brothers who were running away. He tilted his mouth and showed a disdainful smile. He ran, he chased, he turned into a pile of ashes. Swish! Son Gohan came directly in front of them at a speed 10 times faster than theirs. What? You're leaving now. Chapter 45, Illusion Mental Attack, Senestar. Why you're leaving now? Mercy, mercy, we surrender. Rosa knelt down and begged for mercy. He would rather be imprisoned by the Galactic Patrol than be like Rona, whose ashes were lost. I told you my goal this time is either to beat you to death or to be beaten to death by you. I haven't had enough fun yet. Also, there were many people like you in the past, right? Kneeling down and begging for mercy, begging you to spare him. Did you spare him? Son Gohan said in a cold tone. Damn it, can't you just spare us? Those people are ants. Countless humans are born in this universe every day. What's wrong with the three of us having some fun? Ropa roared in dissatisfaction. Playing the lute to a cow. Hey, Brother Myers, if I kill them directly, it won't violate the rules of the patrol team, right? Son Gohan looked up at Myers in the sky and asked, What do you mean by killing them directly? Didn't they resist and be shot dead by you? You call this self-defense. Mel's pretended to be confused, with an expression on his face that said, I don't understand, I didn't see it. Mel's also hated the evil trio. If it weren't for the angel's rules, he would have taken action himself. Although he was an apprentice angel, he was also subject to certain restrictions, not as strict as Wise. Haha, I understand, Brother Myers. Son Gohan turned around and looked at the two of them. Although you are powerful, it is not that easy to kill us. Second brother, fight with all your might. Seeing that there was no hope of escape, Rosa had no choice but to fight to the death. Yes, big brother. Luopa suddenly put his hands on both sides of his temples. Gula, Sala, Guzala. He uttered an incomprehensible spell, and an invisible wave of mental power instantly enveloped Son Gohan. F***K, this is evil. Son Gohan's head suddenly felt dizzy. Seeing this, Rosa emitted a pink aura all over his body and invaded Son Gohan. Son Gohan suddenly saw countless beauties appearing before his eyes. Come on, be merry. Black silk, white silk, flesh silk, light silk, all kinds of silk. HMPH, a hot-blooded fellow, I don't believe you can withstand my enchanting illusion. Rosa exerted all his strength, urging the pink aura to erode Son Gohan's heart. Ropa used mental attack to make it impossible for Son Gohan to hit his consciousness. It turns out that the two brothers' special skills are one is enchanting illusion, and the other is mental attack. No wonder one of them is lustful, and the other is greedy for brains. It turns out it's due to their special abilities. Strange, how can a male possess such a skill? Myers stood high in the sky and marveled. He is not worried about Son Gohan at all. Even if Son Gohan dies, he can turn back time. Son Gohan closed his eyes and frowned. Brother, doesn't your skill make people feel good? Why does he look unhappy? Luopa asked in confusion. I don't know. Doesn't he have that ability? Impossible. Rosa didn't dare to be careless and continued to output with all his strength. Originally, the cooperation between the three brothers was perfect. Ropa launched a mental attack, Rosa pulled the enemy into an illusion, and Rona picked up the butcher knife to kill. Even if they are attacked by a group, they can escape. But now that Rona is dead, the cooperation has also become flawed. Because when the two of them use their superpowers, their bodies can no longer make other movements. On the surface, they have now trapped Son Gohan, but in fact, they have also trapped them. If they wanted to run, Son Gohan would wake up. They had no confidence that they could escape, but if they didn't run, they could only wait for Son Gohan to sink into the illusion and be unable to wake up. But now Son Gohan's expression was obviously not as they expected. He was sinking into illusion. Luo Pa even sensed that his mental strength was no longer effective. Bass. Son Gohan's eyes suddenly opened wide, and his whole body aura burst out, dispersing the pink aura that was eroding him. Impossible, it's out of the way. Rosa was shocked. Luo Pa was vomiting blood, and his mental strength was backfired. I tolerated the fact that you, a male, have the ability to seduce. I tolerated the various beauties that appeared in the illusion. But don't you know that I'm still a child? Yeah. Don't you know that I haven't completed my development? Yeah. Do you know how painful it is to be able to watch but not do anything? F***K. Son Gohan was filled with anger and became extremely evil. Bang bang, snap snap snap. He went up to Rosa and started beating him up. He slapped him so hard that Rosa's teeth flew out and blood splattered everywhere. Seeing this, Luo Pa fainted. I don't know if it's real or fake. Brother Myers, I don't want to kill him anymore. I suddenly thought of a good way to give him a cruel punishment. Son Gohan showed an evil expression. Oh, whatever you want, Mel said calmly. Boom. As for Roper, no matter if he was pretending to be unconscious or really unconscious, Son Gohan would blow him up directly. We can go back now, Brother Myers. By the way, do you have any way to seal his superpowers, but keep the ability to change his appearance? Son Gohan asked. What do you want to do? Mel's asked doubtfully. You will know when you go back. Son Gohan did not give a reason. This is easy. Mel's pointed his finger. The pink flame surrounding Rosa's body returned directly to his body and was sealed tightly in his lower abdomen. Rosa's injuries became more serious. His transformation ability was lifted, revealing his true form. Her fair and tender skin and facial features are very much in line with the aesthetic taste of Earthlings. If it weren't for his Adam's apple and the huge thing wrapped around his waist, Son Gohan would have thought he was a woman. Bah, pervert, you're done for. Let's go back. Son Gohan brought the spaceship over in an instant. Then he picked up Rosa, and Mel's put his hand on his shoulder. Call out. Galactic Patrol Mission Hall. Captain Mel's, you're back. The girl at the front desk was overjoyed. Well, come and hand in the task. Myers transmitted the battle video of Son Gohan to the system. That's great, cousin. You can go with peace of mind now. Gohan, you haven't told me why you brought him back. Myers asked curiously. Brother, are there any races in prison with similar aesthetics to his? Son Gohan asked. Degrees. Myers showed a puzzled expression on his face, and then he seemed to think of something, and his face became strange. You are a little bit abnormal. Are you a child? It's better to be of the same S**X. Son Gohan didn't care about his gaze at all. Come with me. Myers took Son Gohan to the patrol team's prison. Half an hour later, the two came to a very strange prison. They were all men, but some of them made unbearable noises. Are you sure you want to do this? Evil will be punished by evil. He deserves to be punished like this, Son Gohan said indignantly. If Mel's hadn't heard what he said after he came out of the illusion, he would probably have really believed that he was complaining. Captain Myers, do you want to interrogate him? The deputy warden of the prison ran over and asked. No, I'm here to deliver a prisoner, Mel said calmly. He really looks young. There was an abnormal look in the deputy warden's eyes. Okay, you take him away. I won't go in. Mel seemed to hate this deputy warden very much. Here you go. Son Gohan also threw Rosa to the deputy warden. He also noticed that something seemed to be wrong with the deputy warden. Thank you so much, Captain Myers. Leave it to me. In the deputy warden's office, Rosa woke up slowly. Where is this? Who are you? What are you doing? No, don't come over here. Black. Rosa screamed in comfort and pain. The sound came directly from outside the prison, and Myers and son Gohan, who had just come out, shuddered for no apparent reason. The two of them quickened their pace. You little brat, don't ask me to do this kind of thing in the future. Now that you know each other, you can do it yourself. No, I won't come. This is too scary. Son Gohan showed a frightened expression. Chapter 46, Frieza arrives. Galactic Patrol Headquarters. Son Gohan, I'm curious about how you got out of that illusion. Myers asked. Actually it's nothing. It should be because the Dragon of Namek enhanced my soul power. Plus, didn't I say that I'm not fully developed? I have the will but not the strength. Son Gohan said embarrassedly. Shenlong, it seems that you have already stepped into the starry sky. Namek, let me see. Merz's divine consciousness directly penetrated countless galaxies and came to Namek. Huh, Frieza? Myers asked in surprise. What? He's already here. Son Gohan was also surprised. Isn't there still a month left? Haha, that's how it is. Mel's retracted his divine thoughts. Destroyer. Oh, how can Myers use his divine consciousness? Weiss was stunned. Then he opened the scepter and projected the image of Namek. In the picture, Frieza's fleet has arrived in outer space of Namek. Weiss also discovered Son Goku, Krillin, Raditz, and Nappa. Saiyans, Earthlings, how did they go to Namek? Why is Myers paying attention to them? Weiss became even more curious. This is Son Gohan. Brother Myers, what do you mean? Son Gohan asked. In order to hurry, Frieza ordered the spaceship to speed up, exceeding its limit and destroying 2 advanced spaceships. That's why we arrived early, Myers replied. Haha, it really fits his personality, Son Gohan said with a faint smile. So you know him well. Just a little bit. Brother Myers, I'll take a temporary leave and won't be on the mission. My father is still on Namek. I'll go check it out, Son Gohan said. Interesting, take me with you. I want to go and have a look too. Mel's was also very impatient and wanted to go out for a walk. Okay. Son Gohan teleported away with Myers. Destroyer. Oh, you went there in person, Weiss asked in surprise. Whoosh, bang, clang, clang, clang. A small fish tank stumbled over. Weiss, I seem to have predicted something incredible, the prophecy fish said excitedly. Oh, your predictions seem to be inaccurate. Weiss looked at him suspiciously. No. I feel different this time. The prophecy fish objected to Weiss's disagreement. Then tell me, what did you predict? Weiss asked curiously. I saw Lord Beerus fighting with a fierce and powerful man, and they were evenly matched. The prophecy fish said excitedly. Is that so? Looks like we have to wake up Lord Beerus. He's been sleeping for a long time. Weiss stood up and slowly walked towards the palace where Beerus was sleeping. Namek. What? You don't want to do it yourself? Myers asked Son Gohan next to him. No, this is Dad's home court. I won't participate. Son Gohan shook his head. He hasn't reached Super Saiyan yet. He can't beat Frieza. Myers looked at son Wukong from the Great Elder tribe and asked curiously. Maybe there will be a miracle, Son Gohan said calmly. The Elder's residence. Here we go. Nelu, gather the tribesmen together, abandon the tribe, and don't make unnecessary sacrifices. The Elder's tone was very powerful, without a trace of weakness. Although he doesn't have much time left to live, he is full of strength thanks to the blessing of the Senzu beans. Yes, Great Elder. Streams of light shot towards the position of the Great Elder. Son Wukong, Piccolo, Krillin, Raditz, and Nappa also came to the Great Elder. Outer space. Report to Lord Frieza, we have arrived at Namek. Haha, we're finally here. Dodoria, Sabo, go and collect the magical beads. Leave a few alive, in case there's a spell that can activate them. Frieza gave the order while shaking his red wine glass. Yes, Lord Frieza. Dodoria and Sabo walked out of the main control room, came to the small aircraft, opened the hatch, and sat in. Hey, you, order all the spacecraft to land. At the same time, notify the Ginyu force to go to Namek first. Frieza pointed at the soldier who had just reported. Yes, Lord Frieza. The soldier retreated tremblingly with his head down. Immortality, the king is here. Frieza's eyes showed excitement. Frieza's primary wish now, is to achieve immortality. It wasn't until the Dragon Ball Super era that the wish was changed to growing 5 centimeters taller. The huge space fleet begins to descend on Namek. Dodoria and Sabo landed before Frieza. Laugh. The aircraft landed, and the two men opened the cabin door and walked out. Dodoria took the lead in pressing the detector. Ding ding, 3,000 points, 5,000 points. Sabo, it seems that the Namekians already know about us, and they have all gathered together. This is good, it will save us a lot of trouble. Hehe, Dodoria laughed evilly. Dodoria, don't forget our goal, don't go too far. Sabo was unusually calm. Understood, let's go. Dodoria rose high into the sky and shot directly towards the position of the Great Elder. Sabo shook his head helplessly and also rose to a high altitude, chasing after Dodoria. Here they come. Krillin looked at the direction of Dodoria and Sabo with a serious look. Two idiots, Piccolo said disdainfully. Grand Elder. Muley looked at the Grand Elder with a serious expression. Mully, calm down, don't be nervous. The Elder was very calm. That's right, Second Elder. Their fighting power is only about, I think Mr. Naru is strong enough to defeat them. Raditz also stepped forward to appease. Okay. All Namekians, wait for the arrival of Dodoria and Sabo. 10 minutes later. It's a bit far, we flew for so long. Dodoria landed and said in a dissatisfied tone. King Frieza has a short patience, we have to hurry, Sabo said coldly. As they talked, they landed. They saw the Great Elder surrounded by many Namekians. Raditz, Nappa, why are you here? Sabo suddenly saw Raditz and Nappa hiding behind son Wukong. Sabo, Dodoria, if you want to live, just stand still, Raditz said calmly. Bah, you lowly wild monkey, are you worthy of being so rude to me? Dodoria spat with disdain. Because Raditz and Nappa have both restrained their auras. Their detectors can't detect it at all. Dodoria, calm down. Their fighting power is abnormal. Sabo turned on the detector, which only showed 1,000 points, 3,000 points. These are the combat capabilities of Raditz and Nappa, respectively. Kakarot, Great Elder, leave them to me. Raditz suppressed his anger and asked to go into battle. Mr. Wukong, what do you think? The Elder asked son Wukong for his opinion. Brother, you decide for yourself. Son Wukong was also unhappy with the word wild monkey. These 3 words always remind him that it was he who stepped on his grandfather to death. I understand, Kakarot. Raditz took off into the air and floated in front of Dodoria and Sabo. Sabo, Dodoria, you were also there when planet Vegeta was destroyed, right? Raditz asked through gritted teeth, suppressing his murderous intent. Haha, that's right, your father Bardock tried to challenge me, but was defeated by me personally, and finally destroyed by King Frieza. It seems that you wild monkeys all know about planet Vegeta. Where is Vegeta? Doesn't he call himself a Saiyan genius? Why isn't he here? Dodoria's words directly ignited Raditz's anger. F***KU, I hate your laugh so much, die. Raditz exploded and instantly came to Dodoria, punching Dodoria to pieces, and the debris and blood splattered everywhere. Dodoria, damn it, why can't the detector detect your combat power? Is it broken? Sweat of fear flowed down Sabo's face. Although he is a little stronger than Dodoria, he can't blow Dodoria up with one punch. Hey, Sabo, use your detector and watch carefully. This is the rise of our Saiyans. You will die, Raditz shouted. Raditz unleashed all his normal combat power, and the powerful air wave made it difficult for Sabo to resist. The detector also sounded a shrill alarm. Ding ding, 100,000, 200,000, 300,000, boom. The detector exploded. Impossible, this is the latest model of detector. Your combat capability cannot be that strong. Sabo was so scared that he stepped back repeatedly and finally took off into the air and flew away. Wanna run? Raditz shot up, passed him and came directly in front of him. Get out of my way. Sabo transformed immediately. His limbs swelled and became abnormally developed. His facial expression was distorted and ferocious. His mouth was huge and his teeth were pointed, and pustules on his body gradually appeared. Sabo didn't hesitate at all. He raised his left hand, placed his right hand on his left arm, and gathered all the energy in his body. Die to me. A thick red energy wave instantly blasted towards Raditz. You are so weak, what the hell do you want? Sabo, just let me collect some interest for my father first. Die. Raditz caught the Qigong wave with one hand and then gathered energy in his palm. An energy bullet that was even thicker than Sabo's Qigong wave directly swallowed Sabo's attack and reflected it at the same time, blasting Sabo into slag. Father, did you see that? Raditz looked up at the sky with a melancholy expression. Report, Lord Frieza, Dodoria and Sabo's combat power index has disappeared. Their vital signs can no longer be detected. Oh, it seems that Namek is not simple, Frieza said calmly. The space fleet also landed on Namek. Ginyu and the others haven't arrived yet, Frieza asked. They are rushing over from the planet Yadrat. It will take another hour. HMPH, trouble, do you want me to do it myself? Frieza showed a dissatisfied expression on his face. The soldiers below were also frightened by these words and broke out in cold sweats. Chapter 47, The Butterfly Effect. Namek. Send a message to Ginyu and the others. Tell them to speed up at all costs and get to Namek in half an hour. Frieza's face was grim, and the depressing atmosphere made the soldiers below sweat all over. Yes, Lord Frieza, the soldier retreated. Two losers, it seems I have to pay more attention to manpower. Frieza seemed to remember something. Western Milky Way. Reporting to King Gula, the spy hidden in King Frieza's army has sent good news. Oh, what news? Gula asked with interest. Namek has a magical ball called Dragon Ball that can fulfill any wish. King Frieza destroyed 2 advanced spaceships just for this reason, Zabuza replied. The butterfly effect. Frieza's unusual behavior made Coola realize that something was wrong, so he mobilized the spies hidden in Frieza's army to find out what happened. What? Any wish can come true. Crunch, crunch. Gula stepped down from the throne and came to Zabuza. It's confirmed, King Gula. Zabuza was very confident in the spy he had planted. Asshole, asshole. Because of my father, I gave the North Galaxy to my stupid O'Dowdu. Now it seems that I am the stupidest person. Gula was furious when he heard this. Zabuza, at our speed, how long will it take to get to Namek? Gula exuded a violent aura. King Gula, it will take 2 years. Zabuza struggled to speak. 2 years, Gula put away his anger, and the tyrannical pressure suddenly dissipated. Where are Dree and Nez? Are they back? Gula's tone was cold, and Zabuza couldn't understand what Gula meant. No, they are still playing. Tell them to get back. You 3, think of a way. I want to get to Namek in a short time. If you can't, you'll die. Gula exuded a strong, murderous aura. He is usually calm, but he has completely lost his mind. Of course, he understood what Frieza was thinking, immortality. If Frieza is immortal, then he will always be the one to suppress Cooler. In the past, he didn't take Frieza seriously, because his own fighting ability far exceeded Frieza's. Yes, King Gula, Zabuza was so scared that he broke out in a cold sweat. This was the first time he saw Gula so angry. Under his influence, Gula has always been calm, elegant, and aloof. Gula was clearly at a loss today. Oh, King Gula, I took the initiative to kill the spy that your father, King Kurd, had planted in King Frieza's army, said Zabuza tremblingly. Well done, very good, Gula praised. Then I'll go gather Dre and Nez. Zabuza retreated. This is the Namekian Grand Elder. Strange, we can feel the evil aura of Frieza, but why do they just stop there? Son Wukong was very confused. Kakarot, from what I know about Frieza, he is probably too lazy to take action. He is probably waiting for the Ginyu force, Raditz replied. Ginyu force, are they strong? Son Wukong asked curiously. Haha, the current Ginyu force is no different from ants to us. Nappa interrupted. Mr. Wukong, it's not a good idea to continue like this. I think we should take action first and get out of this passive situation. Nilu stepped forward and said. That's right, there are quite a few minions over there. We should kill some of them first, just in case. Piccolo also agreed with Neru's words. After all, Namek is his homeland. Then let's go over there. Nilu, I'm troubling you, the Great Elder. As the leader, Son Wukong also agreed with everyone's opinion. Yes, Piccolo. If things don't go as planned, come back to me, I will be willing to merge with you for Namek, Naru said with a firm look. I understand, Piccolo said coldly. Although he looked cold and ruthless, he was deeply moved by Naru's selfless dedication. Son Goku, Raditz, Nappa, Piccolo, Krillin. The 5 of them flew high into the sky one after another, found Frieza's position, and shot away. Report, Lord Frieza. 5 combat forces are heading towards our location at high speed. You're a bunch of scum. You want to die so badly? This king will grant your wish. Oh ho ho ho, Frieza let out an angry and weird laugh. 3 minutes later. Kill! The soldiers of Frieza's army saw Son Goku and others, and immediately launched an attack. The 5 people were surrounded by dense swarms of aliens. Get out of here, you bunch of garbage. Raditz yelled, waving his hands and throwing out countless air bombs, blasting the intruders. Looking for death, Nappa once again used the move to attack the Earth City and raised his 2 fingers slightly. The enemies around him instantly disappeared. Piccolo, Krillin, and Son Goku all use group attack methods to destroy the enemy. However, Sun Wukong's attack was not as cruel as theirs. The people who fought against him simply lost their fighting ability and fell to the ground unconscious. High in the air. Son Gohan, as far as I know, the Saiyans don't seem to be that powerful, right? Myers asked curiously. Brother, it's my fault. Saiyans have great potential, but they don't know how to develop it. Son Gohan didn't hide it at all. He told Myers how he had laid out a plan to allow Goku, Raditz, them to break through to their current strength. You are a little brat, but you are not simple at all. Myers was very pleased with Son Gohan's unreserved attitude. The reason why Son Gohan did this was to improve his relationship with Myers. The unreserved explanation also made Myers feel that Son Gohan treated him as his own. Even though Myers is an apprentice angel, his inner soul is far inferior to that of Son Gohan, who has been influenced by 5,000 years of civilization history. This small action brought the relationship between the 2 people one step closer. Hee, sorry to have embarrassed you, big brother, Son Gohan said with a smile. Back to the topic. Report, my king, it's bad. The First Legion has suffered heavy casualties. They are no match for them at all. Waste. Whoosh, a red beam of light directly penetrated the soldier's body. The soldier's pupils dilated, and the light in his eyes faded. Outside, the dense and bustling crowd just now has disappeared. The only thing left is the alien who was unconscious, because Sun Wukong showed mercy. Cracks. Frieza slowly walked out of the spaceship. Oh, if I remember correctly, your name is Raditz, and your name is Nappa, right? What about Vegeta? When did you wild monkeys dare to attack this king? Frieza, you destroyed planet Vegeta and killed my father. I'm here to avenge this blood feud. Raditz shouted and rushed towards Frieza. At this moment, Frieza is in his basic form, almost like a baby. The combat power is only about 500,000 points. Boom! The huge spaceship was directly smashed through by Frieza's body. Raditz's sudden explosion left Frieza with no time to react. Brother, be careful. I feel he is no simple man. Sun Wukong looked at Frieza, who was flying backwards with a serious expression. Don't worry, Kakarot. He is no match for me. Raditz couldn't help but feel a little too proud of himself when he saw his former boss being beaten away by his own hands. Pico, did you see anything? Sun Wukong asked Piccolo beside him. The powerful evil aura I sensed is seriously inconsistent with his apparent combat power. Piccolo also noticed it. It seems like it won't be that easy to defeat him. Sun Wukong's fighting spirit was bursting with excitement in his eyes. Piccolo, Nappa, and Krillin looked at him strangely. Although he said it was not easy to defeat him, his face showed true excitement. Chapter 48. Sun Wukong enters the stage. Planet Destroyer. Wise, I haven't slept enough. I just had a little dream and you woke me up. Why did you wake me up? Beerus said angrily. Wow, Lord Beerus, some interesting things happened in the 7th universe recently. I think you will be interested. Wise didn't care about Beerus's anger at all. Oh, since you can talk about interesting things, I have to go and see. Get ready for me. Beerus turned over and stood up directly. Yes, Lord Beerus, the hot water is ready. Take a bath first, then eat something, Wise said calmly. I'm so sleepy. I didn't get enough sleep. Beerus walked towards the bathroom in a daze. Namek. You wild monkey, you're looking for death. Frieza was furious. He didn't expect that Raditz would dare to do this to him. When did the Saiyan, who used to be like a dog, dare to betray me? Frieza couldn't believe what was happening before his eyes. Frieza, die. Seeing Frieza coming out, Raditz shot away again. Death Ray, Frieza raised his hand, and a death ray instantly shot out from his fingertips, shooting towards the rushing Raditz. Not good. Raditz felt uneasy and tried his best to avoid the death ray. Death Ray is the unique skill of the Frozen Demon clan. It has a strong, penetrating power. Even if the opponent is one level stronger than you, if you are careless, you will be pierced through. Although Raditz realized that something was wrong and tried his best to dodge the light, the instantaneous death ray still penetrated his right shoulder. A thumb-sized hole appeared on Raditz's shoulder. Damn it, I was careless, Raditz said angrily. But he was not hurt in any vital parts. It was just a minor injury and did not affect his fighting ability at all. Wild monkey, tell me, why has your fighting ability become so strong in just a few months? Frieza asked in surprise. Bah, you want to know, little guy. You'll know once you experience it yourself. I have to say, Raditz knows how to kill people and destroy their hearts. You called me a dwarf. I originally wanted to subdue you, but you've gone too far. Frieza was furious. Height has always been his concern. The Kurdish king, Gula, are all taller than him. Frieza exploded directly, shattering the armor. A powerful, violent, evil aura emanated from his body. His face was hideous and twisted. His body was growing taller, and the two horns on his head were bending upwards. Transformed, Frieza directly starts his first transformation. The height grew to 2 meters. Wild monkey, are you still short? Frieza shouted angrily. Stop talking nonsense and start fighting. Raditz also unleashed all his normal fighting power. Little did they know that, at this moment, Frieza's combat power had already reached 1 million points. Raditz is in trouble. Son Wukong realized that something was wrong. Kakarot, don't worry, he hasn't used the Kaioken yet. Even if we can't beat him, he should be able to protect himself. Nappa stepped forward and said. When? While they were talking, Raditz and Frieza began their first confrontation. Raditz kicked Frieza's head with a fierce whip kick. Frieza raised his left arm to block, and Raditz felt like he had kicked a steel plate. Bang, bang, bang. The two of them started fighting hand to hand. In the sky, on the ground, front and back, left and right. A large area became a battlefield for the two of them. Fist to fist, elbow to elbow, every attack of Raditz was accurately blocked by Frieza. Raditz's aura has begun to decline, Krillin said solemnly. Raditz, come back, you've done good enough, Nappa shouted loudly. Raditz saw that his attack was ineffective, and he became even angrier. Kaioken, the aura around him instantly turned red, and his combat power instantly doubled to 1 million points. The sudden increase in speed made him faster than Frieza. With a flash, he hit Frieza's lower back hard. Frieza, Raditz condensed terrifying energy in his right palm. A blue light ball tightly covered his right palm. At the same time, his left hand was placed on his right arm, infusing energy with all his strength. This is my father's famous move. Prepare to die, the ultimate destruction bullet. The charged ultimate destructive bullet exploded suddenly, and the powerful recoil made Raditz's body slightly unstable. A dazzling blue beam of light instantly shot towards Frieza, who was falling to the ground. Boom! Namek trembled, and an enormous abyss appeared on the ground. In the abyss, a hint of fiery red light was faintly revealed. Raditz's strongest attack directly penetrated the surface of the earth, revealing the magma. Huff, Raditz gasped for air. Great, it worked. Even Frieza can't withstand the temperature of the magma. Nappa was overjoyed when he saw this. But as soon as he turned his head, he saw Son Wukong, Piccolo, and others, with expressionless faces and their eyes looking somewhere else. Nappa followed their gaze, and his pupils shrank slightly. Frieza, when did he get there? Nappa asked in surprise. Just when Raditz's energy bullet hit him, he suddenly accelerated and dodged the attack at a speed 3 times faster than the energy bullet. Sun Wukong explained. Raditz, be careful up there, Sun Wukong suddenly shouted. What? Raditz looked up and saw a ray of death shooting towards his face again. Caillou fist 10 times. Whoosh, whoosh, bang. Suddenly, a figure stood in front of Raditz, and the death beam was instantly dispersed. At the moment of breaking apart, Son Goku released the Kaioken. Brother, go down, you're no match for him, Sun Wukong said calmly. Okay, Kakarot, I'll leave it to you. Raditz slowly flew towards Nappa's position. Don't even think about running. How could Frieza, who had just escaped a disaster, let Raditz go so easily? With its huge body and extreme speed, it rushed towards Raditz. Swish! Your opponent is me. Sun Wukong moved at high speed and came in front of Frieza. What a familiar face. When Frieza saw Son Goku's peculiar hairstyle, he instantly felt a sense of familiarity. It's you. No, you should be his son. He finally thought of Bardock, who fought desperately to resist when he destroyed planet Vegeta. Frieza, Namek is not a place where you can do whatever you want, said Son Goku. Pa, wild monkeys, I should have killed you all at the beginning, but it's not too late now. Ho ho ho. This time, I will make you Saiyans completely exterminate. You haven't used your full strength yet, right? Sun Wukong asked. Haha, wild monkey, you are not simple either. The speed at which you resisted the explosion of the death ray just now was much faster than Raditz. Even my first form was not faster than you. Frieza was not a fool, and he could naturally see that Sun Wukong was not simple. First form, I was right. You haven't used your full strength yet. Sun Wukong also heard the key point. Haha, interesting, interesting. Then I will stop hiding it, and I will show you why I, Frieza, can dominate the universe. After Frieza retreated 100 meters, he immediately started his final transformation. A terrifying, evil, powerful, and violent purple aura emanated from his body. So strong, I wonder if Kamehameha with 10 times Kaioken can defeat him. Sun Wukong couldn't contain his fighting spirit, and his expression became more and more excited. His body couldn't help but tremble. That was a sign of his extreme excitement. High in the sky. Your father's control over Chi simply astounds me, Myers said in amazement. Who said it wasn't true? I can't do what he does. I can turn the Kaioken on and off as he pleases, Son Gohan said helplessly. Sun Wukong's control over Chi is simply outrageous. He can turn Kaioken on and off at will, and in this way, the consumption is extremely small. Turn it on when attacking, turn it off when not attacking. Under Son Gohan's conscious guidance, the protagonists in Dragon Ball also each show their own strengths. Chapter 49, Gula arrives. Namek, a picturesque plain, has turned into a ruined world. In the middle of it, a purple light ball with a diameter of about 2 meters completely enveloped Frieza. As time goes by, Frieza's evil aura becomes stronger and stronger, and the terrifying, oppressive, and chilling aura is overwhelming. Sun Wukong's originally calm expression became more and more solemn. Originally, he thought that with his current strength, plus the 10 times Kaioken, he had the confidence to defeat Frieza no matter how powerful he was. But things are often unexpected. Sun Wukong slowly retreated back to Piccolo and the others. Krillin, your fighting power is a little weaker. Pay attention to protecting yourself. I am not sure about your safety, Sun Wukong said solemnly. Okay, Goku, you have to be careful. Krillin followed Sun Wukong's instructions and retreated a full 100 kilometers. Picker, you guys. Okay, no more words. Even though I know I am no match for him, I still want to take a closer look at this shocking battle. Piccolo stopped Sun Wukong from saying the next word. Raditz and Nappa also nodded. Okay, whatever you want, I'm going to do it, Sun Wukong said helplessly. At this time, Frieza has completed his final transformation. Elegant, mini, cool temperament, a familiar figure appears. Oh ha ha ha, have you arranged a burial place? But don't worry, I will not leave your body intact. Wrap up that wild monkey over there. Frieza couldn't help but get furious when he thought of the scene of being beaten up by Raditz. Call out. 3 even faster death rays were instantly fired. shooting at Raditz, Nappa, and even Piccolo. "Hide," Piccolo shouted. The figure quickly retreated. The light brushed against his arm. Raditz and Nappa even used Kaioken forcibly, but barely dodged it. However, the instantaneous Kaioken still caused a slight backlash in their internal energy. A trace of blood flowed from their mouths. "Haha, I can dodge one, but what about 10? Frieza's 10 fingers condensed into red spots of light the size of beans. "Your opponent is me." Sun Wukong naturally couldn't bear to watch this, so he moved in front of Frieza at high speed and held Frieza's palms tightly with both hands. "Well, I have never met an opponent like you, so let me have some fun." After Frieza transformed, he was full of confidence and relaxed. "Fight!" Sun Wukong seized the opportunity and threw Frieza out fiercely. A sneak attack. Without further ado, Sun Wukong took advantage of the victory, moving at high speed behind Frieza and knocking him down with his knee. "Cull!" The attack missed, and Goku's knee went straight through Frieza's body. Frieza easily dodged his attack almost instantly. And at the moment of dodging, he also launched a counterattack. Sun Wukong suddenly felt a chill on his back. Oh no, Kaioken. The red flames surged, and Son Goku instantly changed his position, and Frieza's palm just happened to penetrate his afterimage. The two of them defended, attacked, and dodged like this. For a moment, it was hard to tell who was better. But Son Gohan, who was at a high altitude, had already noticed that Son Goku's physical strength was beginning to fail. Although the battle lasted a very short time, and he had precise control over the details of the battle, he would inevitably consume some of his physical strength whenever he unleashed the Kaioken. Son Goku has a high level of combat awareness, and he did not suffer any loss compared to Frieza, who has very little combat experience. But Son Gohan could see that Son Goku was already at a disadvantage in terms of physical strength. "Gohan, it's not easy for your father to win." With Melz's vision, he naturally saw the problem. "Brother, there will always be a miracle. Just watch." Son Gohan was calm. "Haha, interesting." Melz didn't say much when he saw this. Southern Milky Way. "King Gula, good news. We found a solution." Shaviza came to report. "Speak," Gula said. "Dre found a spaceship that can travel through a wormhole on a very advanced planet." Shaviza said excitedly. "How long will it take to get to Namek?" Gula said coldly. "It requires 4 crossings, and each time the preparation and startup time is about 3 minutes." Shaviza replied. "Bang, what are you waiting for? Tell Dre to get a spaceship no matter what." Gula threw the red wine glass in his hand and shouted loudly. "Yes, King Gula." Shaviza quickly sent a message to Dre. After an hour, a teardrop-shaped spaceship was coming towards Gula's spaceship at a high speed. "Is it Dre?" Gula asked, standing by the window. "Yes, Dre has just explained the shape of the spacecraft to me." Shaviza replied respectfully with his right hand on his chest. "Okay, let's go. Where's Nez?" Gula asked. "Nez is with Dre." "King, if we leave, what will happen to this advanced spaceship?" asked Shaviza. "Foolish, the spaceship and the Dragon Ball that can fulfill any wish. Which one is more important?" Gula shouted angrily, looking at the glass window of the spaceship, his pupils shrinking slightly. Snapped. The glass shattered instantly, and a powerful suction force sucked Shaviza out directly. Fortunately, Zaviza also had the ability to survive in the universe, so he survived. Gula's feet are rooted, and the powerful vacuum suction can't shake him at all. "Shaviza, are you okay?" Nez opened the teardrop-shaped spaceship and led Shaviza in. "It's okay. King Gula is already unhappy. Let's do it as soon as possible," said Shaviza with lingering fear. Just because of his stupid question just now, Gula exuded a hint of murderous intent. Gula suppressed his murderous intent. After all, he only had 3 men under his command. If one was missing, he would be digging his own grave. Moreover, the combat power of Zaviza, Dre, and Nez are all quite good, all around 150,000 points. Any one of them is stronger than Ginyu, his stupid subordinate. Gula moved his feet at high speed and arrived at the hatch of the water-drop spaceship in an instant. The hatch was also kept open, waiting for his arrival. Gula walked in slowly and gave a cold order. "Let's go." "Yes, King Gula." Dre directly activated the wormhole shuttle technology. The first time, he directly crossed out of the southern Milky Way. The second time, he came to the northern Milky Way. The third time, he directly came to the outer space of Namek. Gula, why is he here? Son Gohan frowned. The Great Elder also suddenly sensed an aura that was even more terrifying than Frieza's. It was not as evil as Frieza's, but it was cold, extremely cold and ruthless. Naru, go and see what happened. If things go wrong, come back and tell me. Muley, you also prepare the Dragon Balls. If the situation goes wrong, we will directly summon Porunga and leave Namek. The smart elder made preparations for both situations. Yes, Great Elder. Nilu and the second elder Muley answered in unison. Chapter 50, the strongest melee in history. Namek. Kull. The fist-to-flesh fight completely ignited Sun Wukong's long-suppressed fighting spirit. Although a lot of physical strength has been consumed, the passion for fighting is getting higher and higher. The bottleneck was quietly broken, and his combat power slowly increased, although it was only a few thousand points of increase. But it didn't matter. It meant that he was getting closer and closer to becoming a Super Saiyan. I have to admit, low-level wild monkey, I have never met an opponent like you. Not bad, very interesting. Frieza also enjoyed the fun of fighting. An unprecedented fighting spirit burst out from him. Sun Wukong slowly regained his breath. I'm excited too, come again. Sun Wukong's eyes were filled with a fiery fighting spirit. Boom! The two men punched each other again. The moment of the punch caused waves of aftermath. The invisible air waves overturned everything around. SHHHHHH. The two of them moved at high speed, back and forth. If you have the guts, take my move. Seeing that hand-to-hand combat was useless, Frieza retreated 100 meters. The fingers instantly release death beams, and they fire continuously. Take it then, Sun Wukong was not afraid at all. He squatted slightly with his legs, gathered energy in his right hand for defense, and with a wave of his hand, he dispersed the death beams one after another. I didn't expect that. Frieza looked surprised. Just now, although Son Goku blocked the death ray for Raditz, he was using the combat power of 10 times the Kaioken. The Sun Wukong in front of him did not use the Kaioken. Instead, he relied on only 2 million points of combat power to disperse his death beam. This is why Frieza is so surprised. Although the appearance rate of the death beam is not low, we cannot ignore its lethality just because of its high appearance rate. Even Son Gohan's star-piercing strike, that pierced through the Earth's core, was imitated by the memory of the death beam in his mind. This move of yours has extremely strong penetrating power. If I hadn't fought with you for a long time and understood this move, I wouldn't have been so sure. Sun Wukong smiled confidently. He didn't explain why he caught the death beam under normal circumstances. Now, in his mind, none of this matters. What matters is that he can have a good fight. High in the air. Gohan, although your father's bloodline is at a disadvantage, his combat awareness and attention to detail are unparalleled. Myers praised again. Look whose father he is. When Son Gohan heard one of the best beings in the universe praising his father like that, he couldn't help but smile with pride. Back to the topic. Haha, wild monkey, what's your name? Frieza asked after laughing. Sun Wukong, the Saiyan name is Kakarot. Sun Wukong introduced himself formally, including his name in the Saiyan clan. Okay, Son Goku, I remember. I will try my best to leave your body intact. Frieza finally looked at Son Goku seriously and no longer treated him as a wild monkey. Me too. Goku was so crazy with fighting spirit that he didn't realize that his tone was different from usual. Good, crazy enough fight, Frieza laughed. Just when Frieza was about to charge, he suddenly stopped and looked up at the sky. Damn it, what is he doing here? Son Goku also sensed a force that was no less powerful than or even stronger than Frieza's, rapidly descending. The unusual behavior of the two made the spectators look in their direction. A black dot suddenly appeared in the sky, then it got bigger and bigger. Whoosh, whoosh tilde. The teardrop-shaped spaceship landed. Click, click, click. Footsteps identical to Frieza's came from behind the dark hatch. A figure appeared. Blood-red eyes, purple-black lips, 2 lines like blood and tears under the eyes, shiny purple shell on the body, and 3 toes on 1 foot. But the overall appearance is very similar to Frieza. Hey Frieza, he looks like you, but he seems to be much taller than you. His fighting power seems to be higher than yours, Sun Wukong said in surprise. Can you speak? If not, just shut up. What Sun Wukong said was both murderous and heartbreaking. He is stronger in combat and taller than him. Every point hit Frieza's pain point. Good brother, do you look like you are not welcoming big brother? Frieza's ugly face made Fula happy, and his tone was even more sarcastic. Gula, shut up. The Northern Galaxy is my territory. What are you doing here? Frieza was furious. Frieza, Dragon Balls are such a magical thing, and I'm also very interested in them. Gula said calmly. Asshole, you planted a spy in my army. Frieza is not stupid. I immediately thought of how Frieza knew about the Dragon Balls. Son Gohan, who was high in the sky, did not expect that Coola would appear. After all, in the original work, Coola was a character in the movie version. No matter how he guessed, he could not guess that Coola had discovered that 2 high-level spaceships of Frieza's army were damaged due to acceleration, and realized that something was wrong, so he sent spies to get the news. He rushed to Namek. Once again, I marvel at the power of the butterfly effect. Gula, the Northern Milky Way is my territory. Whether there are Dragon Balls or not has nothing to do with you. Do you really think I'm afraid of you? Frieza's tone was cold, and his anger turned into cold, murderous intent. Frieza, if you have the guts, just try it. Fura's mouth curled up evilly, revealing a look of contempt. He transformed once more than Frieza, and he never told anyone about it. Gula, you are really looking for death. Frieza was furious and rushed directly towards Gula. Boom! Frieza's fist was easily caught by Coola. What's going on? Can we play like this? Sun Wukong stood aside at a loss. But he immediately came to his senses, rushed forward, and punched Gula. Son Goku, what are you doing? Frieza asked in surprise. Hee, although I don't know why you 2 brothers are fighting, but I see that your aura is weaker than his. I want to fight too. Sun Wukong said excitedly. Go away, are you looking down on me? Boom! Frieza kicked him away. Frieza seized the opportunity and punched Frieza in the face. Bang! Frieza was also blown away. When Sun Wukong was flying backwards, he activated the Kaioken and saw that Gula was moving faster than before. He flashed behind Gula at high speed and kicked Gula in the abdomen. Gula's body flew backwards like a cooked shrimp. Seeing such a good opportunity, Frieza naturally had to seize it. He forced himself to stop and fired countless death beams from his hands at Gula. F***K, so cruel. Furiosa was also shocked by Frieza's cruelty. He gathered energy all over his body for defense, barely turning his body around as it flew backwards. The energy surrounded his body, forming an invisible energy wall while he crossed his arms to block. SHHHHH. One after another, death beams shot at Gula's invisible air wall. Sun Wukong rushed up again. The most powerful melee in history begins. Chapter 51, Sun Gohan and #039 doubts. Namek. 2 frozen demons and a Saiyan, the 3 of them fought in darkness. Sun Wukong's combat power is relatively low, so he did not engage in a head-on confrontation with them. Instead, he looked for flaws and attacked their weaknesses. Coola and Frieza were unwilling to give in to each other. You punched, I punched back, and the sound of the collision shook the battlefield. You kid, you're a bit annoying. As soon as Coola caught Frieza's iron fist, Son Goku found the right time and kicked him in the back. There was a wolf in front and a tiger behind. Under the interaction of forces, although Gula did not move at all, the force of being attacked from both front and back still made him feel a little pain. As he opened his mouth, he turned to look at Sun Wukong. His eyes focused and glowed slightly, and 2 destructive rays were instantly emitted from his eyes. Call out. The moment Sun Wukong saw Gula's eyes shining, he felt a sense of crisis and subconsciously dodged to the right. In a flash, even though he dodged in advance, the 2 destructive rays still grazed his cheeks. Stab! A bloody scar appeared on Sun Wukong's left cheek. but because of the heat of the destructive rays, the blood instantly scabbed over, and a slight smell of burning came out of the flesh and blood. Furu, how much do you look down on me? Frieza became even more furious when he saw that Furu was able to fight back against Son Goku during the fierce battle with him. Stupid, if you hadn't left these wild monkeys behind because of your arrogance, would things have turned out like this now? Gula shouted angrily. Bah, if it weren't for this, I would have gotten the Dragon Ball long ago. Frieza immediately retorted. Brothers are at odds with each other. They are both the boss, and neither of them will give in to the other. Sun Wukong's interference completely intensified the conflict between the two brothers. Frieza, if you step back now, I can spare your life. Furiya was too lazy to argue any more, and murderous intent rose in his heart. Oh ha ha ha, my dear big brother, you really take yourself too seriously and want to kill me. It's not that easy. Frieza laughed in anger, and the suppressed murderous intent in his heart burst out. The murderous intent of the two men rose to the sky, and the sky became a little dark. Because of the fight, Namek was affected, and the weather began to become abnormal. The sky was filled with thunder and lightning, and dark clouds appeared as if the sky was afraid of the two demons in the air. Sun Wukong sensed the breath of the two people, and his face changed suddenly. So strong, even if I use my 10x Kaioken, I'm afraid I won't be able to participate. Sun Wukong's combat power at this time is over 200 million points, and after using the 10 times Kaioken, it is probably more than million points. But Frieza and Coola, who showed their strength at this time, were much stronger than him. Frieza probably used half of his strength, and his combat power fluctuated around 6,000 points. Gula is even better this week, with a combat power approaching 8,000 million points. Those who have read the original novel should know that Frieza's mini form, with full power bursting out and muscles swollen, has a combat power of 1.2 million points. But Coola is even more terrifying. In the movie, he directly skipped the muscular form similar to Frieza and started the fourth transformation. The combat effectiveness is estimated to be around 4.7 million points. The two brothers now obviously each used half of their strength. Sun Wukong's mood is very complicated now, excited and worried. He was excited because he had met a powerful opponent, but he was worried because he was afraid that he would not be able to protect the Namekians. Sun Wukong pondered for a moment, slowly restrained his breath, and retreated to the position of Raditz and others. Brother, now is not the time for us to intervene. I am afraid that even I cannot participate in the battle. You and Nappa should go to the Great Elder. It is best to use the dragon to leave Namek. Sun Wukong said solemnly. What about you? Raditz asked immediately. Me, I want to stay. I have never met such a strong opponent. Their powerful energy makes me very excited. My body can't help but tremble. I want to fight. Sun Wukong's eyes burst with a firm fighting spirit, and his expression was extremely excited. Picker, Krillin, you two should go back together, Sun Wukong said. HMPH, Son Goku, you don't have to tell me, I'm not stupid. Although Piccolo was unwilling, he had been practicing hard during this period. After finding a way to improve his strength, he has made tremendous progress during this period. But no matter how much the improvement is, he will not be able to participate in the battle in front of him. Even if you are unwilling, you can only retreat sadly. Wukong, then you must be careful. If you die, I will definitely use the dragon to resurrect you. As the partner who understands Goku best at present, Krillin naturally knows that he cannot stop Sun Wukong who wants to fight. Don't worry, Krillin, if I haven't returned by the time Gohan finds you, then prepare to revive me. Sun Wukong also had no confidence. But he really wanted to have a good fight with Frieza and Coola, even at the cost of death. Got it, Goku, be careful. Krillin rushed into the sky and flew towards the position of the Great Elder. In the dark, brother, please watch for a while. I'll go take care of it. Son Gohan frowned when he saw Krillin leaving. Well, go ahead. Myers saw the rare battle and subconsciously ignored Gohan. After all, he came to the 7th universe for an internship shortly after he was born. He had never seen this kind of battle before. Just like a college student who has just entered the society. Although he has a wealth of theoretical knowledge, His practical experience may not be as good as that of a worker who dropped out of school early. Son Gohan disappeared instantly. When he reappeared, he had already arrived at the Great Elder's side. "Young friend Gohan, you are back. What's going on? My prediction is completely different from this. Why does a chilling aura appear again?" As soon as the Great Elder saw Son Gohan, he asked 3 questions in a row. "Great Elder, when Krillin and the others come back, you should prepare to summon Bulma. The situation is not good now. Frieza's brother has also come, and he is also coming for the dragon, and his strength is even more terrifying than Frieza. Just in case, you go to the Earth first, let Krillin find Bulma, and settle you down temporarily." Son Gohan explained the current situation and proposed a solution. "Okay, I understand. Muri, prepare the Dragon Balls. The Great Elder has great trust in Son Gohan. Directly order Muri to prepare." "Yes, Great Elder." As the oldest elder in the Namek family, his prestige is naturally unparalleled. None of the Namekians present oppose the Great Elder. "Well, I'm leaving first. You guys hurry up, Namek might be destroyed at any time." After Son Gohan gave his final instructions, his figure gradually faded away. He came to Mel's again. "Gohan, don't you want to fight them?" Myers asked curiously. Son Gohan shook his head when he heard this. "This is not my home ground. This is an opportunity for my dad, an opportunity to break through to Super Saiyan. But..." Son Gohan stopped talking and started thinking in his mind. The scene where Krillin offered sacrifice to the heaven and displayed his boundless magical powers is no longer seen. Under the influence of the butterfly effect, Krillin left directly. If we want Son Wukong to break through, we need to think of a new way. What puzzled him was that he once tried to use the method that Cab taught Caulifla in the Dragon Ball Super story to break through the Super Saiyan to make Son Goku break through. But he didn't expect that when Son Goku poured all his energy into the spine on his back, it did not trigger the transformation. He couldn't figure out the reason, but he knew that since Son Goku started the transformation into a Super Saiyan, it seemed easy for other Saiyans to transform. Vegeta and Son Gohan in the original work, and Son Goat and Trunks in the later Majin Buu period, can transform easily. It's even more outrageous in Dragon Ball Super. Not to mention Super Saiyan 1, even Super Saiyan 2 seems worthless. Chapter 52, Gula Antash 039's mind is much older. Namek. Frieza and Coola, filled with murderous intent, don't care about Namek at all. The two fought together, and the scene was extremely fierce. Frieza's death beam shoots out, and Cooler's destruction beam bursts out from his eyes. 2 extremely destructive beams collided in midair, triggering energy fusion. The center began to expand. A huge ball of red light exploded. Boom! The explosion was deafening. Krillin, Piccolo, Raditz, and Nappa returned to the Great Elder in a very short time. At this time, the sky was dark and thundering because of the battle between Frieza and Cooler. "Mully summoned Porunga. Now is a good time," the Elder said, looking at the dark sky. "Yes, Great Elder." Mully turned around and started to chatter towards the 7 dragon balls the size of soccer balls on the ground. After a bunch of Namek language, Porunga appeared. The sky went straight from dim to dark. Is this the way they can make any wish come true? A trace of greed flashed in Nappa's eyes. "Nappa, what are you thinking about? Put your thoughts aside. Didn't you hear that summoning the dragon requires Namek language? Also, don't forget Son Gohan." Raditz saw the greed flashing in Nappa's eyes and instantly thought of Nappa's ambition. After hearing Raditz's words, the scene of Son Gohan transforming into a Super Saiyan quickly flashed through his mind, and his body shuddered. Some thoughts that shouldn't have existed disappeared in an instant. After summoning the dragon, Mully turned his attention to the Great Elder. "Bring everyone present to Earth." In order to save time, the Great Elder made a wish to the dragon in Namek. "This is simple, respected maker. Do you have any other wishes?" asked the dragon. As the person who created it, he naturally admires it very much. Asking about other wishes before they are even fulfilled. "That's all, Porunga. When your wish is fulfilled, you can come with me." The Elder waved his hand. "Okay." A red light flashed in Shenlong's eyes. and all the Namekians present, as well as Piccolo, Krillin, Raditz, and Nappa, faded and disappeared in an instant. After the wish was fulfilled, the dragon turned into a stream of light, traveled through space, and came to the Earth. Namek. Gohan, they're gone, Myers asked in confusion. I'm afraid Namek won't be able to hold on any longer. Let's let them leave first, Son Gohan said calmly. Haha, kid, what bad things are you planning? Myers chuckled. Hee, I have to help my dad break through to become a Super Saiyan. This is the main purpose this time. By the way, Brother Myers, do you know the skill or method of pretending to be dead? Son Gohan's eyes rolled, and he thought of a solution. Well, there's something wrong with you. I see that your body seems to be able to survive in the universe. If you want to pretend to be dead, it's very simple. Just stop breathing and suppress the number of heartbeats. This shouldn't be difficult. A strange thought suddenly flashed through Mel's mind. My mind was even more reminded of the incident in which Son Gohan threw Rosa into the gay prison. Brother, thank you, I can do it. Just watch, hee. A trace of guilt flashed in Son Gohan's eyes, but it disappeared in an instant and turned into a weird smile. Frieza and Cooler, because of the fierce battle, and the fact that the Great Elder was very far away from them and the ground level was different, they did not see the appearance of Porunga. They thought the completely dark sky was caused by their fighting. Little did they know that the thing they both cared about had already left the planet. What's even more terrifying is that there is a guy named Lao Liu who has already started plotting against the two of them in secret. Sun Wukong sensed that the energy of Krillin and others had completely disappeared, and his last bit of worry was instantly overwhelmed by surging fighting spirit. Frieza, Cooler, I'm coming too. Sun Wukong directly activated the 10 times Kaioken, and all the energy in his body exploded. The surging fighting spirit directly caused his combat power to surge again, and in the form of 10 times Kaioken, it reached a staggering 2,500 million points. This means that his normal combat power has reached 250 million points. Sun Wukong seized the opportunity and rushed directly towards Gula. Go away, annoying wild monkey. At this time, Coola and Frieza fell to the ground, their palms tightly clasped together, their feet slightly crouched, and they wrestled with all their strength. But Sun Wukong disrupted the rhythm again. Gula had no choice but to swing the only thing he could use, his tail, like an iron whip, and whipped Sun Wukong behind him fiercely. Snapped. Sun Wukong gathered strength in his palms, stopped the attack he was about to launch, and tightly grasped Gula's tail. Ahote. Sun Wukong grabbed the tail and spun his body with all his strength. The extremely fast rotation caused a whirlwind to blow up in the field. Frieza had no choice but to give up competing with Cooler in strength. Son Goku, get out of the way, let me do it. Frieza shot into the center of the hurricane. Upon seeing this, Sun Wukong quickly let go and threw Gula into the sky. At the same time, he bent down to avoid Frieza's brutal whip kick. Frieza and Son Goku fight again. Gula, who was thrown away, steadied himself, and a gleam of light flashed in his eyes. When he saw Son Goku entangled with Frieza, a plan instantly came to his mind. Hey, Shaviza, come with me with the detector. Gula landed quietly and came to Shaviza. He planned to take this opportunity to take Shaviza with him to find the Dragon Ball first. You're so cunning, what a fool, damn it. Son Gohan cursed in secret and exposed himself directly. He moved at high speed and appeared in front of Gula in an instant. Where are you going? Do you want to play with me? Son Gohan folded his arms and looked at Fura teasingly. Who dares to talk to me like that? Dre, Nez, I'll leave him to you. Gula didn't take the sudden appearance of Son Gohan seriously. Yes, King Gula. Ah, bang, boom. Before Dre could finish his words, he and Nez were knocked away by Son Gohan's high-speed movement. I told you to stay. Who's in favor, who's against? Son Gohan looked at Fura indifferently. The sudden incident made Frieza and Son Goku look over here again. Gohan, you're finally back. Son Wukong was overjoyed. Coola, don't even think about it. Frieza saw Coola bringing Zaviza, and Zaviza was also carrying a detector. The unusual behavior instantly reminded Frieza of Coola's plan. Frieza accelerated at full speed and rushed towards Coola. Damn you little brat, You ruined my good plan. You're courting death. Having lost such a good opportunity, Gula's anger reached its peak. Little did he know that the great elder had already left with the Dragon Ball. Even if he brought a detector, he would not be able to find the Dragon Ball. The scene changed again, and Son Goku and Son Gohan stood side by side. Frieza and Cooler glare at each other. Shaviza was trembling with fear, as if he was walking on thin ice. Dre and Nez were blasted to such a distance by Son Gohan that no one knew whether they were dead or alive. Gohan, you're finally back, but you can't interfere. Let me go first. Even though he was very happy because of Gohan's return, he did not give up the fighting spirit in his heart. Okay, Dad, I won't interfere, but 2 against 1 is not good. I'll leave Frieza to you and I'll help you hold him back. Son Gohan casually pointed at Frieza. Okay, a 3-way fight is fun, but I'm a little timid. I'm going to fight him alone first. Son Wukong naturally understood his own strengths and weaknesses and did not reject Son Gohan's kindness. Anyway, both of them are stronger than him, so he can fight to his heart's content no matter who he fights. Bah, you bastard, you are worthy, Frieza said to Son Gohan with disdain. Gula, you bastard, were you trying to find the Dragon Balls just now? Frieza cursed. You useless bastard. Get rid of the 2 wild monkeys in front of you first, and then we can fight for the others. It's all your fault. Gula frowned and cursed angrily. You tell me, just watch me. I'll handle my own business myself. Frieza rejected Cooler's proposal out of arrogance. He wanted to deal with Son Wukong and his son at the same time. Haha, then Big Brother will have to stand aside and watch. You come. Upon hearing this, Gula calmed down the energy fluctuations, slowly stepped back, indicating that he would watch the battle. I'll keep an eye on you, don't even think about leaving. Frieza threatened viciously. Don't worry, I don't want to leave until we win. Hey, Shaviza, go get a bottle of wine. I'll drink while I watch. Gula floated in the air, crossed his legs, and told Shaviza to get the wine. Yes, King Gula. Shaviza walked towards the spaceship. Frieza, Gohan won't disturb our fight. Come on. Son Goku took the lead and rushed towards Frieza. Son Gohan watched coldly and at the same time locked his eyes on Frieza. As long as he dared to make any other moves, Son Gohan would take action. The heads-up match begins. The scene is getting more and more exciting. In the starry sky, a stream of colorful light came towards Namek at a speed faster than the speed of light. Chapter 53 Extreme, Super Extreme Battle. Namek. Bang, bang, bang. The sky was filled with the harsh sound of battle. The fierce physical confrontation instantly ignited the scene. Son Wukong's fighting spirit is growing stronger and stronger, and his combat power is increasing rapidly. The original combat power of 25 million has increased to 30 million points in the battle with Frieza. This means that his normal combat power has reached 3 million points. The basic combat power of breaking through to Super Saiyan is achieved. After sensing his energy surge, Son Gohan became more confident in his plan. The corners of my mouth couldn't help but rise. Tisk, Son Goku, you're really tough. It's refreshed my understanding of Saiyans. Frieza spat out blood from his mouth and praised Son Goku again. Hee hee, you're very strong too. I haven't had such a great time fighting for a long time. After Son Wukong smiled, the corners of his mouth couldn't help twitching. He was also injured. Come again. Son Wukong didn't dare to stop, for fear that he would not be able to fight anymore. His body had long since reached its limit, and was covered in wounds and exhausted. After a short break with Frieza, he challenged Frieza again. His high fighting spirit made him completely ignore his body. Although Gohan prepared senzu beans for them, the change in the situation caused Piccolo, Raditz, Krillin, Nappa, and others to lose their chance to fight. Although Son Wukong also has it, he doesn't want to rely on senzu beans, but wants to see where his limit is. With Son Gohan present, he doesn't have to worry about his life or death at all. The current Son Wukong is not aware of the change in his mentality at all. In the past, his IQ was usually not online, but as long as it involved a battle, he would be extremely wise and would make some plans in secret. This is not helpful for breaking through to Super Saiyan. Although he had the courage to fight to the death, the moment Son Gohan appeared, he no longer had the determination to fight to the death. the sound of fierce fighting rang out again. Son Goku rushed to Frieza and punched him in the face. Frieza reacted quickly and raised his hand to clench his fist. Left hook block again. Frieza clenched Son Goku's fists tightly with both hands, and at the same time, he squeezed Son Goku's hands until they creaked. Son Wukong quickly changed his fists into palms and grabbed Frieza's hands tightly. The two wrestled, and Frieza's strength far exceeded his. Seeing that the situation was not good, Son Wukong raised his knees to relieve the force. Bang, bang, Frieza flew backwards. He hit Frieza's chin hard with his knee, knocking Frieza away, and doing a continuous backflip. Hum. Huff huff, Son Wukong was breathing heavily. Gula. 7 or 8 death beams shot from a distance. Son Wukong dodged left and right, avoiding the beam. In this short period of time, Frieza also rushed over at high speed. Boom! Frieza accelerated and hit Son Goku, who flew backwards like a cooked shrimp. Boom! A mountain was pierced by his body, revealing a huge hole that could be seen from front to back. Swish swish! Frieza fired a series of energy bullets at Son Goku. Countless gas bombs chased after the backwards flying Son Wukong. At this moment, Son Wukong had no ability to fight back, the moment he landed. Boom, boom, boom. Countless gas bombs hit and exploded, and a huge mushroom cloud instantly appeared in the sky. Gula's sighed. Shaviza, good opportunity, go find the Dragon Ball. Gula saw that the opportunity had come and sent Shaviza to look for the Dragon Ball again. He didn't even take Son Gohan in front of him seriously. Yes, my king, Shaviza shot into the air. Son Gohan smiled slightly. His figure instantly faded away and then solidified in an instant. Boom! Shaviza suddenly exploded in the air, turning into a ball of bloody mist. You bastard, how dare you ruin my good deeds? Gula was furious. 2 destructive rays shot out from his eyes. Gula, don't bother yourself. Just watch. Son Gohan shook his head, dodged instantly, and said calmly. It's a pity for the Zabuza trio. Each of them is stronger than Ginyu, but they are like ants and are easily killed by Son Gohan. Gula has not yet learned to sense chi, but he has guessed that since Dri and Nez have not returned yet, they must be dead. You killed all my men, and I had to do it myself, you little brat. You should feel honored that I, the king, did it myself. Snapped. Gula smashed the wine glass in his hand, and as he slowly stood up, a strong, murderous intent burst out. Haha, if you have the guts, try it, Son Gohan said jokingly. The two of them were facing each other, very close to each other, one tall and one short. Frieza took the lead and kicked Son Gohan hard in the head. Son Gohan quickly squatted down, held Fula's calves tightly with both hands, and at the same time spun at a high speed, throwing Fula up. The powerful rotational force and centrifugal force made Gula unable to move. When the rotation reached its limit, Son Gohan loosened his hands and threw Frieza hundreds of miles away, smashing him into a distant mountain. Boom! The mountain shattered, and all the rubble and rocks fell on Gula's body. Frieza and Son Goku are here. The mushroom cloud gradually dissipated as time passed, and after the dust settled, a figure appeared. Tick-tock! Son Wukong supported his right arm with his left hand. His right shoulder was injured, and blood was dripping on his weak and trembling legs. Cough, cough, it was so thrilling. Son Wukong's internal organs were also seriously injured, and he coughed up blood. Son Goku, you are the strongest Saiyan I have ever seen, and you are the first one who can fight with me for so long since I was a child. You can choose a cemetery at random, and I will dig a pit for you myself. Ho ho ho. After winning, Frieza couldn't help but become arrogant and laughed his unique laugh again. Haha, you are really powerful, I can't beat you. If you give me a little more time. Son Wukong showed reluctance and accepted his defeat at the same time. Son Wukong never resists failure, but his character is that he becomes braver with each battle and works harder with each defeat. Losing won't make him lose his will to fight. Instead, he looks forward to the next time even more. Even though I am defeated now, I have no intention of eating senzu beans and fighting again. After Son Gohan threw Frieza away, he saw that Son Goku was defeated, raised his eyebrows, and quietly held a senzu bean in his hand. His plan was about to begin. He moved at high speed and instantly arrived beside Son Wukong. "Dad, you take a rest. I'll leave the rest to you." Son Gohan helped Son Goku sit down. "This is the only way, Gohan, be careful," Son Wukong said while sitting on the ground. "Eat a senzu bean first," Son Gohan reminded. "I won't eat anymore. Let my body recover its strength on its own so that I can feel my own shortcomings more clearly." Son Wukong rejected Son Gohan's suggestion. Son Gohan was delighted when he heard this. Son Goku's approach was more in line with his plan. "Okay, then you take a rest, I'll do it," Son Gohan said. "Well, be careful. If the situation gets bad, let's go first," Son Wukong said solemnly. He didn't know that at this time, Son Gohan's fighting power far exceeded that of the two Frieza brothers. "Don't worry, I know. Little brat, you're looking for death." Gula, who was thrown away, exploded and shook off the rocks on his body. After shouting loudly, he rushed over at high speed. Chapter 54, The Insidious Gula. Namek. Fura rushed towards Son Gohan like a brutal beast with murderous intent. Seeing this, Son Gohan instantly moved away and came to Frieza's side. "That's right, he wants a one-on-two." "Son Goku, what do you mean?" Frieza asked when he saw Son Goku giving up the fight. "Hee hiss, it hurts so much, I've been defeated, but don't worry, my son is stronger than me, don't underestimate him." Son Wukong smiled, pulled the wound, and stopped fighting. After the fighting spirit dissipated, he realized that his body had far exceeded the limit. At the same time, he reminded Frieza that Son Gohan is more powerful than him. "Dad, am I still your son?" Son Gohan said dissatisfiedly. Reminding the enemy to be careful, isn't that helping the enemy? Son Gohan originally had a trace of guilt, but now it is completely gone. Dad, be as angry as you want," Son Gohan said with a smirk in his heart. "Wild monkey, die." The furious Gula also rushed over at this time. His whole body was wrapped in purple flames, his arms stretched out, and he crashed into Son Gohan with all his strength like a comet. "Is he crazy? Damn it," Frieza whispered and quickly stepped away. Although he only used 50% of his fighting power at this time, after fighting with Son Wukong, his physical strength had been greatly depleted. Of course he knew Gula's trick, and he could use it. It's the Nova Impact. That move, it seems like Frieza also knows it. Son Gohan naturally recalled his memory of the plot. In the original work, Frieza used this move to counter Son Goku's Kamehameha, and it directly penetrated the Kamehameha. This is one of the few times that the Son family failed in the fight. No, Frieza used his body. Closer to home. At this time, Gula also only used 8,000% of his strength, and his combat power was around million points. Kaioken, 8 times. Son Gohan shouted inwardly, and a red aura emanated from his body, even his hair stood up slightly. His basic combat power is around 1,000 million points, and the 8 times Kaioken is exactly 8,000 million points, which is comparable to Coola, and they are evenly matched. He squatted slightly with his legs and opened his hands, staring at the extremely fast Gula. His palms were wrapped by an even more powerful airflow. Boom, hiss. Got it. Son Gohan grabbed Coola's wrist with both hands, but the extreme speed and powerful impact still knocked him back quickly. But he seemed to have taken root, and his feet left 2 long grooves on the ground. It was knocked out for a full 100 meters before it slowly stopped. Impossible. The first person to be surprised was not Coola, but Frieza, who was watching the battle from the sidelines. Gula was naturally extremely shocked. Although Son Gohan's fighting power is the same as his move is far more than just the fighting power value. But even so, it was still caught by Son Gohan. "Gohan, it seems that Dad underestimated you. You are so powerful even before you become a Super Saiyan." Son Goku's face was full of pride and emotion. "Little ghost, who are you?" Gula looked at him in surprise and asked. "It doesn't matter who I am. What's important is that the end of you, the Ice Demon Clan, has come." Son Gohan was too lazy to explain it all to him. Whether it was Cooler in front of him or Frieza beside him, they were just his tools. "Arrogant, my Ice Demon Clan is the king of the universe. How dare you?" Cooler broke free from Son Gohan's hands. He raised his foot and kicked Son Gohan in the chest. Son Gohan dodged slightly to the side, then reached out and grabbed his raised leg and pulled it forward. Gula lost his balance and rushed out. Son Gohan's actions made Son Goku, who was watching from a distance, brighten up. Gula was so angry that his mouth twitched, and the three corpse gods jumped wildly. In his eyes, Son Gohan's action was nothing more than teasing him. Earth-shattering slash. Frieza stood up, gathered energy in his right hand, drew a giant moon-shaped blade in front of him, and swung it hard at Son Gohan. The giant blade, transformed from energy, is extremely sharp and extremely fast. Call out. Son Gohan jumped hard to avoid the giant blade. Now, confinement ball. Frieza's eyes gleamed brightly, and his left hand aimed at Son Gohan. A special energy wave instantly covered Son Gohan's entire body. A ball of orange light tightly wrapped Son Gohan. Son Gohan was unable to make any movement, as if his spine had been pulled out and he was unable to move. Superpowers, that's really interesting, Son Gohan thought expressionlessly. Die, you little bastard. Gula stretched out his right hand and aimed at a big tree not far away. The tree rose from the ground, and the branches fell off automatically. The top of the tree looked like a pencil that had been sharpened. Telekinesis, this move was also used by Frieza in the original work, but it was not as detailed as Cooler's. He just controlled a pile of rubble to hit Son Goku. Frieza pulled hard with his right hand, and the branch flew towards Son Gohan at an extremely fast speed. Swish! What a hassle, can't you use a move that will help me pretend to be dead? Open it for me. Son Gohan was very dissatisfied and increased the Kaioken's multiplier again. The surge in combat power directly expanded the superpower of Cooler's confinement ball. The moment the big tree arrived, Son Gohan moved past at high speed. The big tree shot straight into the distance and disappeared without a trace. Although I am a child, this childish method has no effect on me. Son Gohan mocked cool. Damn it, this kid is too cunning. Does he really want me to use my full strength? Gula cursed in his heart. Suddenly he turned his head and looked at Frieza. His eyes rolled and he thought of a solution. Hey, Frieza, why don't you come with me and kill him? From what I've observed, they are most likely the Super Saiyans mentioned in their ancestors' will. Didn't you see that as their strength increased dramatically, their energy also changed form? Gula decided to pull Frieza into the water. Rather than giving it his all, he thought it would be more appropriate to drag Frieza into the water. I have to say that Cooler is very insidious. His strength is obviously far beyond Frieza, but he deliberately acts as if he is not much different from Frieza. Ha ha ha, father told me not to underestimate you, saying that you are not simple. I can't see anything but this. You can't even defeat a mere Saiyan bastard. My dear brother, you really bring shame to us ice demons. Although Frieza mocked Cooler on the surface, he had already been moved by Cooler in his heart. The legend of the Super Saiyan is a knot in his heart. If Son Wukong and his son are really Super Saiyans, then he will not let them go this time no matter what. Haha, my good brother, the North Galaxy is your territory. If you don't care about them, then I don't care either. Gula used provocation. What's your business? Get out of here. I'll do it myself. Frieza had recovered his strength after a short rest. Before he finished speaking, he headed straight towards the battlefield. Seeing that his plan was successful, Gula showed a smug smile on his face. What are you laughing at? Just two pieces of trash, Son Gohan taunted. Frieza, he said you're a waste. Frieza shifted the conflict to Frieza. Do you think I'm a fool? Didn't he say anything about you? Frieza was obviously not a stupid guy. Stop talking nonsense. I'm too lazy to wait, just come on all of you Kaioken, 10 times. Seeing that it was getting late, Son Gohan decided to expose some of his strength and make them move completely. If this continues, who knows what Son Wukong will figure out. After Goku's last instruction, Son Gohan successfully increased the Kaioken's multiplier to 10 times. The powerful pressure covered the entire world, and the terrifying momentum made the entire planet tremble. He hasn't even used his full strength yet. Hey, Frieza, hold him off for a few minutes while I get ready. Frieza saw that Son Gohan's momentum increased again, and a sense of uneasiness surged in his heart. Could it be that what Gula said was right? That the two Saiyans in front of him were the legendary Super Saiyans? Okay, as soon as possible. Frieza did not refuse. He knew that Frieza would need a few minutes to release his strength. Frieza stepped aside, gathering energy throughout his body. Frieza once again revealed a little of his strength and rushed towards Son Gohan. Are you finally getting serious? Son Gohan's fighting spirit also burst out. Are you going to put on a full show? Chapter 55. The self-torture scheme succeeds. Wukong breaks through. Namek. Two figures fought fiercely in the air, and Frieza unleashed his strength on the side. 6,000 million, 7,000 million, 8,000 million, bang, 1.2 million points. Frieza's whole body swelled up, his muscles seemed to be carved by an axe, like a bodybuilding champion. 100% strength, combat power of 1.2 million. This is the first time I've used my full strength since I was born. This power is truly addictive. Frieza looked at his body with satisfaction. He was originally only 1.5 meters tall, but he has grown a lot taller, although his muscles are a bit ugly and not ideal. Frieza, what are you dawdling for? Gula shouted. HMPH, trash, let me do it. Frieza moved at high speed and came to Gula's side. Son Gohan was delighted when he saw Frieza's form. Here comes the chance. Both of you come at me together. Son Gohan acted extremely arrogant. He threw a blast of energy at Frieza, dragging Frieza into the battlefield. At the same time, he rushed to Gula and launched a physical attack. You are more arrogant than your father. Frieza crushed Son Gohan's energy bullet with his palm. At the same time, they also joined the melee. Boom! Frieza's iron fist hit Son Gohan directly. Son Gohan raised his knee to block it. Frieza seized the opportunity and kicked him in the head with a right whip kick. Son Gohan raised his arms and blocked Frieza's whip kick. The powerful force made his arms numb. Bang, bang, bang. Frieza and Coola attacked Gohan with their fists and feet. Gohan dodged whenever he could, and when he couldn't, he simply raised his hands and legs to block. Under the strong attack of the two, he couldn't fight back at all. He could only retreat while fighting, and in less than a few minutes, he was out of Goku's sight. What is Gohan doing? Why doesn't he transform? Son Wukong frowned. Then he stood up and slowly floated towards them. Brat, even if you are a Super Saiyan, you will die in my hands today. Continuous death beams. Frieza found the right moment and instantly released the death beams. It even included Gula. Asshole, are you going to attack me too? Furiously jumped away from Son Gohan and yelled at Frieza. My dear brother, I couldn't help myself when I had the chance just now. Ha ha ha, Frieza laughed wildly. He was naturally very satisfied that he could deal with Gula at the same time, but Gula understood his thoughts too well and had always focused part of his attention on him. With the two brothers on guard against each other, there was no way they could quickly get rid of Son Gohan. Hey, you two, do you want to fight? Son Gohan directly dispersed several death beams. Come on, Frieza knew he was in the wrong and rushed towards Son Gohan first. Gula follows closely behind. Fists, palms, knees, elbows, every part of the body is utilized to the extreme by the three men. The hand-to-hand combat is so exciting. The fierce fight also aroused Son Gohan's fighting spirit, and he temporarily forgot his plan. Bang boom, bangs bang. Son Gohan revealed a flaw, and Frieza found the right moment and punched him directly in the abdomen. Wow, Son Gohan spat out a large mouthful of acid water, and his stomach was churning. Frieza didn't miss the chance either. He held Son Gohan tightly with both hands and threw him headfirst onto the hard ground. When he was about to hit the ground, Frieza let go of his hands and threw Son Gohan down fiercely. Boom! The ground shattered with a loud noise, creating a huge deep pit and stirring up a cloud of dust. Frieza, get out of the way. Supernova. Frieza had already condensed an extremely huge ball of golden light in the air. Be more restrained and don't let the planet explode, Frieza quickly reminded. After all, he hasn't got the Dragon Ball yet. I know, too much nonsense. Die, Frieza shouted and threw the supernova directly towards Gohan's position. The powerful energy ball pressed the air so hard that it made bursts of explosive sounds. Boom! In an instant, heaven and earth turned upside down, and the sun and the moon passed through the sky. The entire planet was shaking violently. The volcano erupted directly, and streams of magma gushed out from the center of the earth. Gohan, the weak son Wukong, just flew over and saw the scene in front of him. He quickly took out the senzu bean and swallowed it. His injuries recovered instantly, and his combat power increased to 500 million points. After recovering from the severe injuries, the Saiyan's unique physique once again evaporated. However, he didn't care about increasing his strength at this moment, but rushed towards the explosion point at full speed. Good opportunity. After sensing the energy of Sun Wukong, Sun Wuhan, who was hiding in the center of the explosion, returned to normal and directly withdrew his defenses. He closed his eyes, restrained his breath, stopped breathing, used the pores of his body to absorb energy, and controlled the slow beating of his heart. It turns out that when Coola condensed the supernova energy ball just now, Son Gohan saw it. He deliberately did not break free and was thrown down by Frieza. At the moment of the supernova explosion thrown by Coola, he directly transformed into a Super Saiyan. At the same time, he put up a special protective shield imitating number 17's memory and protected himself. Gohan, after Sun Wukong rushed into the explosion site, he saw Sun Wuhan lying on a huge rock. The magma gushing out from the center of the earth is slowly eroding the boulders. Sun Wukong quickly picked up Sun Wuhan and rushed out of the ground. Gohan, wake up. Oh, right. Senzu beans, hurry up. Swallow the senzu beans. Gohan, Sun Wukong felt Sun Wuhan's breath and put his hand on his chest. There was no breath, no heartbeat. He hurriedly took out the senzu beans and wanted to feed them to Sun Wuhan. But how could Sun Wuhan open his mouth? Gohan, Sun Wukong's head was buzzing, and his eyes lost focus. The image of Gohan from childhood to adulthood flashed through his mind, and extreme anger and guilt surged in his heart. You dare to kill my Gohan. Sun Wukong slowly put Sun Gohan on the ground. My whole body was shaking uncontrollably. Boom, the sky suddenly flashed with lightning and thunder rumbled. Tick tick, the raindrops grew from small to large, and the rain poured down in torrents. Secretly, Goblin, haha, isn't he afraid of his dad spanking him for playing like this? Myers couldn't help laughing as he watched Son Gohan pretending to be dead. Myers, what are you laughing at? Suddenly, a voice came from behind Mel's. As for Son Goku, Gohan's death directly made him lose his mind. The extreme anger instantly made his head full of blood, and a strong killing intent that he had never experienced before slowly emanated from his body, covering the entire place. Die, you all must die, hey yeah. Sun Wukong roared towards the sky, and a golden flame instantly rushed out of his body and covered his entire body. His dark hair instantly turned golden and stood up, and his eyes lost focus and turned green. A powerful momentum gushes out. 500, 5,000, 8,000, 2.5 million. Sun Wukong finally succeeded in breaking through to Super Saiyan. He had just recovered from his injuries after swallowing the senzu beans. The Saiyan's ability to be reborn from the near-death state stimulated his potential, which directly allowed his combat power to break through to 5 million points. At this time, he transformed into a Super Saiyan, and his combat power instantly increased 50 times, reaching an astonishing 2.5 million points. That's 1.3 million points more than Frieza at his full strength. Impossible, Frieza's eyes widened in horror. Oh no, this is too much. Gula was also nervous. But he was not as frightened as Frieza, because he still had a hidden transformation. Different hairstyles, colors, and powerful aura. Is this a Super Saiyan? Frieza's voice was trembling. Frieza, it's all your fault. I remember now, this kid's hairstyle is exactly the same as the kid who escaped from planet Vegeta. Gula shouted angrily. You saw it and you let him escape, Frieza said dissatisfiedly. Bah, you caused this yourself, and you have the nerve to blame me, Gula said. Gula, seriously, he must die. Frieza's face was grim. It seems that this is the Super Saiyan that Zild's ancestors mentioned. Gula looked solemn. Call out. Sun Wukong suddenly appeared in front of the two of them. He was so fast that even the two of them couldn't see clearly. So fast, Frieza couldn't help but exclaim. You all must die. Sun Wukong slowly floated towards the two people. Get away. Gula's eyes lit up, and he fired 2 destructive rays directly. Tilde. Sun Wukong raised his head slightly, and then fell down in an instant. Impossible. Gula exclaimed that it was impossible. The destructive ray had extremely strong penetrating power. He couldn't believe the scene before his eyes. Sun Wukong actually used his body to block the attack. 2 rays hit his chin, but he was not hurt at all, not even a scratch. Upon seeing this, Frieza stepped back again and again, feeling a strong sense of uneasiness in his heart. Chapter 56, Gula and -039's strongest form. Namek. Sun Wukong, who suffered the pain of losing his son, successfully transformed into a Super Saiyan. Son Goku, who took the hit of the destruction ray head-on, felt a slight pain in his jaw. This pain reminded him of the dead Gohan again. Ha, give me back Gohan. Sun Wukong was furious and exploded with all his energy. The powerful airflow blew the two of them over in an instant. Damn it, a trace of regret flashed through Frieza's mind, regretting that he had not found an opportunity to kill him just now. Call out. Son Goku moved in front of Frieza at high speed again, and at the same time raised his knee and hit Frieza's abdomen hard. Frieza can't keep up with the speed after transformation. Boom, boom. Frieza was knocked flying and hit a pile of rocks not far away. And you. After knocking Frieza away, Son Goku instantly came behind Furiosa with a cold and ruthless tone. You, when did you come behind me? Gula was extremely shocked and stuttered when he spoke. Boom. Son Goku had no interest in answering his question and kicked him directly towards Frieza's position. Whoosh, whoosh, boom. Frieza, who had just stood up, was hit by Gura. The two of them were like a stack of people, piercing through the entire mountain and were covered with rubble. Turtle School Chi Gong. Sun Wukong squatted slightly in the air, his eyes fixed on the positions of the two people, and at the same time exuded a terrifying murderous intent. As long as Sun Wukong is not too angry, he will never kill. The death of Son Gohan and his first transformation into a Super Saiyan, the two combined, directly made him burst into murderous intent. Super Saiyans are inherently brutal and cruel. In the original work, when Sun Wukong transformed for the first time, he could hardly suppress the surging evil spirit in his body. Given his brutal and cruel transformation, coupled with the grief of losing his son, one can imagine how strong the murderous intent in Sun Wukong's heart was. Boom, Sun Wukong shouted, and Kamehameha was fully accumulated. A thick blue beam of energy shot directly towards Frieza and Cooler. Hurry, Frieza. Fura saw Kamehameha and quickly reminded Frieza. Shut up, I know. Frieza raised his right hand, and a pink energy ball instantly appeared in his right hand. Gula pulled back his right hand, and a powerful energy was condensed. One pink, one yellow, 2 thick beams of light shot out at the same time, heading towards the Kamehameha. 3 light waves met in the air. The Kamehameha was temporarily blocked by the shock waves from the two people. Sun Wukong increased his output, and the Kamehameha became thicker again at a speed visible to the naked eye. The shock waves that pressed down on both of them retreated continuously, and there was a tendency for them to swallow up their shock waves. I am the Emperor of the Universe, Frieza, you wild monkey, don't even think about succeeding. Frieza's output exceeded the limit, and 2 streams of blood flowed from his nose. The dignity of the Emperor of the Universe, Frieza, cannot be violated. Even if he is facing the Super Saiyan whom he has always feared, he cannot give up the dignity in his heart. Get back! Fula directly activated the third form with 100% strength, and his body turned into a muscular form like Frieza. 1.6 billion. Cooler's third form is 100% powerful, 4,000 million points higher than Frieza's. The yellow shock wave instantly became thicker, and when combined with Frieza's shock wave, it was in no way inferior to Son Goku's Kamehameha. The 2 shock waves intertwined with each other, as if they had merged into one. Block the impact of Kamehameha. HMPH, die, aha. Sun Wukong increased his output again and poured all the energy in his body into it. The Sun family has always won in battles since ancient times. The Kamehameha once again surpassed its limit and became much thicker. The shock waves instantly swallowed up the two brothers. Boom! An indescribable mushroom cloud rose in the sky, and the entire Namek exploded, turning into meteorites and scattering across the starry sky. Huff, huh! Sun Wukong sucked the air like a fan. The consequence of stimulating all his energy is that he no longer has the strength to fight. My Gohan! Sun Wukong flew towards Gohan with a sad face. Then he slowly picked up Gohan, looking around for a spaceship he could ride. But the reality is that after their fierce battle, everything around them has been destroyed. Frieza's advanced spaceship was destroyed due to acceleration exceeding the limit, and Coola's spaceship happened to be at the explosion point just now. Damn it, Sun Wukong shouted. What is Sun Gohan doing at this time? He was anxious, indescribably anxious. Just now when Son Goku was fighting Frieza and Cooler, Son Gohan secretly watched the successful transformation of Son Goku. He clearly felt a strong sense of sadness from Sun Wukong. He didn't dare to wake up now. How would he explain himself when he woke up, should he tell the truth? I'm afraid Sun Wukong will directly give him a set of father's heavy mountain fist. What should I do? What should I do? Waiting online, very urgent. Haha, kid, why aren't you awake yet? Suddenly, a voice came into Son Gohan's mind. He naturally recognized whose voice it was, but he didn't have the special skill of telepathy. He was so anxious that he couldn't do anything. Myers also saw his difficulty. Don't worry, just think about it in your heart, I can hear it. Brother Myers, can you hear me? Son Gohan did as Myers said. Yeah, Myers replied calmly. That's great, Brother Myers, help me. I'm afraid that if I wake up like this, my dad will beat me to death, and my heart's next beat is almost here. Son Gohan was overjoyed and quickly asked Myers for help. Don't be anxious. Carefully sense the direction of the explosion. Myers signaled Son Gohan not to be anxious. Upon hearing this, Son Gohan carefully sensed the explosion point. By the way, Fura has one more transformation. Could it be that he is not dead yet? Son Gohan felt a strong breath. Not only is he not dead, but even Frieza has just fallen into outer space. Although his body is broken, he is not in danger of death. Their vitality is surprisingly strong, Myers exclaimed. Then you have to find a way to help me. As far as I know, Cooler's strongest strength is even greater than my father's. I have to wake up, Son Gohan said hurriedly. Okay, I'll be right there. Mel's revealed his figure and suddenly appeared in front of Son Wukong. Who are you? Son Wukong quickly put Son Gohan behind him and looked at Myers with vigilance. Although he felt no malice from Mel's. I'm your son's friend, he's not dead yet. Get out of the way, I can save him, Myers said calmly. How can I trust you? Son Wukong asked after thinking for a moment. Mel's was naturally prepared. He simply took out his Galactic Patrol ID, and also took out Son Gohan's ID. I'm from the Galactic Patrol. Your son has been training in the patrol team for a while. Please hurry up, or we won't be able to save him, Mel's said. Is that so? Okay, but if you dare to hurt Gohan's body, I will never let you go. After thinking for a moment, Son Goku agreed to Mel's. Although the Dragon Balls can revive Son Gohan, it is a big problem for them to leave now. If Son Gohan is rescued and awakened, they can use teleportation to take him away. Son Gohan, wake up. Myers pretended to be profound and placed his palm on Son Gohan's forehead, with a strange light coming out of his palm. In fact, these are all fake, just to cooperate with Son Gohan. Ahem, Brother Myers. Father, what's wrong with me? There was simplicity and innocence in Son Gohan's eyes. The acting is really top-notch. Gohan, that's great. You're not dead, Gohan. When Son Goku saw Son Gohan waking up, he was so excited that he hugged him tightly. Son Gohan raised his right hand and gave a thumbs up to Mers, who was facing away from Son Goku. Seeing this, Mel smiled and pointed to Gula's location. Dad, I'm not dead. I'm about to die from your embrace. Let me go, I'm suffocating. Son Gohan quickly broke free from Son Goku's embrace. Gohan, I'm glad you're okay. I'm glad you're okay. Son Goku shed tears, a rare moment. A trace of guilt flashed through Son Gohan's heart. But he did not regret lying to Son Wukong. Since Krillin did not offer sacrifice to the heaven, he had to do it, even though it was fake. "Dad, where are Frieza and Cooler?" Son Gohan asked. "They should have been killed by me. No, there is still one who is not dead." Son Wukong heard Gohan ask him, and then he carefully sensed the aura of the two. When he carefully sensed it, he also sensed Gula's breath. His head turned sharply, and he looked towards the explosion point. At this time, the mushroom cloud slowly landed under the influence of heavy rain. A figure slowly appeared, with the four corners of its head extending backwards, its mouth like a metal mask, its eyes turning red and its pupils disappearing, its other two shoulders protruding like chest protectors, and two horns growing from its back. Its arms also grew like knife-like protrusions. The powerful energy is even greater than that of Son Wukong in his prime. "He is Gula," Son Wukong said solemnly. "That's right, this figure is none other than Gula's fourth and final form. The combat power is as high as 4.7 million. Chapter 57, No More Playing. Son Gohan takes action himself. Namek. Such a strong energy. Stronger than mine. Son Wukong's face was solemn, but the fighting spirit in his eyes rose again. After Son Gohan was resurrected, Son Goku's grief and anger temporarily dissipated. The long-lost fighting spirit erupted from his body again. "Dad, leave him to me. I'm itching to do it too." Son Gohan suddenly spoke up. "Gohan, are you okay?" Son Wukong looked at him in surprise. Son Gohan was stunned when he heard this. He didn't know how to explain it. "His body is intact. He just went into shock due to the strong explosion," Myers explained at the right time. "Yeah, that's right, Dad. I'm fine. I was careless just now. I won't do it again next time," Son Gohan also said along with Mel's. "Okay then, next, don't be careless. Transform into a Super Saiyan. If you had transformed earlier, I wouldn't have been so worried," Son Wukong blamed. "Yes, Dad, I understand." Son Gohan said this on his face, but he was thinking in his heart, "Isn't this what I'm doing to help you successfully break through to Super Saiyan?" A golden aura rose, and Son Gohan instantly turned into a Super Saiyan. But his aura was not as awe-inspiring as Son Goku's just now, but as calm as water. "Gohan, I didn't expect you to be able to fully master this transformation." Son Wukong looked at him in amazement. "Dad, transforming into a Super Saiyan is just the first step. You have to watch carefully. My strength is far more than that." After saying this, Son Gohan flew up and rushed towards Coola. "Kid, you're not dead," Frieza said in surprise as he looked at Son Gohan rushing towards him. "Haha, I was just teasing you guys just now. If it wasn't for my father's breakthrough to Super Saiyan, why would I pretend to be dead?" Son Gohan teased. "You little bastard, are you taking me for a fool?" Gula was furious, and a powerful energy gushed out. "You are just too stupid. You don't think that your supernova can really kill me, do you?" Son Gohan said jokingly. "Heh, so what if you're not dead? Now that Frieza is dead, I don't have to hide anymore. This is my strongest form, one more transformation than Frieza. My combat power is 4.7 million. Even if you're a Super Saiyan, you're no match for me." Cooler laughed in anger, looking at Son Gohan with a proud look in his eyes. "Haha, really? Come here." Son Gohan stretched out his index finger, provoking Furukawa. "Die." Gula took the lead and kicked down from high above. "When?" Son Gohan crossed his arms and raised them up, directly taking Furieza's downward kick. The powerful pressure pushed his legs directly into the ground. Well, it's really not that good. After blocking the attack, Son Gohan still had time to taunt Cooler. "Little devil, you are really too crazy." Seeing that his attack was blocked, Gula instantly gave up physical skills, flew high into the sky, and fired countless death beams. Whoosh! Son Gohan dodged left and right on the ground to avoid the attack. At the same time, he teleported in front of Fula and punched Fula hard in the abdomen. There is no way, who made him small. Boom! An iron fist hit Gula hard. The fist went straight into the abdomen and was wrapped by Gula's muscles. The powerful punch made Gula vomit acid. Wow! Fura endured the pain, bent his upper body, grabbed Son Gohan's calf and lifted him up. At this time, Son Gohan's head was facing the ground, and his feet were facing the sky. Because of the size difference, Frieza straightened his arms, and Son Gohan was unable to make an effective counterattack. "Hee hee, little devil, you can't hit me, right?" Gula said with a smile. "What are you so happy about?" There was no panic on Son Gohan's face. Instead, he mocked Frieza. "Okay. Do you think that you, the Ice Demon clan, are the only ones who know how to use beams? Call out." As soon as Son Gohan finished speaking, his eyes shone brightly and shot out 2 golden beams. Gula quickly let go and moved upwards a few inches. 2 beams of light shot past the gap between Gula's crotch. What a close call. Gula wiped the cold sweat from his forehead. "What are you afraid of? I don't think you have that thing. By the way, speaking of this, I want to ask you, how do you usually pee? Do you poop?" Son Gohan asked curiously. "Shut up, you're so rude," Gula said in shame. "Tusk, why are you so angry?" "I'm just curious," Son Gohan said disdainfully. He didn't even straighten his body, but floated upside down in the air facing Gula. "I told you to shut up," Gula shouted angrily. "Tusk, this is boring. Let's stop playing. Since you like this position, let's fight like this." Son Gohan's body moved forward at a high speed, leaving a trail of afterimages along the way, and his body attacked Frieza in the opposite direction. His feet kicked Gula in the chest, quickly like a rabbit kicking in the air. Frieza could only raise his hands to block. But the sinister Son, Gohan punched Frieza in the crotch with both hands again and again. Although Furukawa is bigger than Son Gohan, being big has its disadvantages. His legs are simply not flexible enough to block Son Gohan's fists. Bang, bang, bang. In just a few seconds, Gohan hit Gura's crotch with hundreds of punches. "Damn it, can you please change place?" Frieza retreated quickly to avoid Son Gohan's attack range. But how could Son Gohan miss such a good opportunity? He followed closely. When Coola ran, he chased. The speeds of the 2 men were almost the same, and Gula couldn't even gain any distance. Damn it, air cannon. While Frieza retreated, he instantly fired an air cannon at Son Gohan with both hands. The powerful airflow directly shook Gohan's movements so much that he had to stop. "Wow, there really isn't any." Son Gohan turned around and exclaimed. Son Wukong, who was watching the battle from a distance, felt a chill in his lower body. Mel's also revealed an extremely speechless expression. "In the dark. What a shameless guy, interesting. Wow, if you weren't so greedy, we would have arrived earlier. I really want to see how that little guy pretended to be dead. Hey, is this my fault? I slept for so long, isn't it normal for me to be hungry? Who told you to wake me up without preparing anything to eat? That's my fault." You. Gula was so angry that he couldn't speak. Being used to sitting in a high position, how can he compete with Son Gohan in terms of talking skills? "What do you mean by no, take off your mask first. Son Gohan. F***K your mask." Gula completely lost his mind. "Hey, if it's not, then it's not. Why are you so anxious?" Although Son Gohan mocked in words, he was very ruthless in his actions. Facing the furious Gula, he used his small strength to defeat the powerful and pressed his body close to Gula. Gula's long arms, on the contrary, became a hindrance to him. Son Gohan dodges the attack. Gula has been injured. Different people's fighting styles are bound to have different results. The confused Frieza was beaten up by Son Gohan. Bang, bang, bang. Son Gohan has the upper hand in hand combat. Gohan is amazing. He turned the disadvantage of his body shape into an advantage. Son Wukong couldn't help but praise. Although it's a bit despicable and shameless, its methods are still quite powerful. Myers also exclaimed. The pain in his body, once again, woke up the confused Gula. "You deliberately angered me," Gula said after calming down. "You're a little slow to react, you only thought of it now," Son Gohan mocked. "Boy, I have to say, you are very strong, you are very scheming. Your childish appearance makes it easy for people to misunderstand you," Gula said coldly. "Alas, there's nothing I can do, it's my nature." Son Gohan spread his hands helplessly. "Next, I won't be fooled by you again." Gula calmed his thoughts and stabilized his emotions. "Are you serious now?" Son Gohan also put away his playful attitude. The final battle is about to begin. Chapter 58, Ginyu takes over Frieza. Namek. After calming down, Gula had countless sinister plans flashing through his mind. What are you thinking about? Conspiracies and tricks are nothing in front of strength. Son Gohan said disdainfully as he looked at Frieza with a flickering look in his eyes. Saiyans, Frieza's stupidity has led to this situation. I won't be like him. This time, I want all of you Saiyans to be exterminated. Gula's tone was cold, and his words seemed to imply that he had already thought of a solution. Oh, are you so confident? You can try it. Son Gohan hooked his finger and showed a disdainful expression on his face. Flame wave. Frieza suddenly used a surprising move, condensing a strong flame-like light wave in his hand and shooting it towards Son Gohan. A mere trick, the momentum cannon. Son Gohan exerted a little force with his hands, and an invisible momentum instantly blasted away the incoming wave of flames. Boom snapped. The flame wave was like hitting an invisible air wall and exploded instantly. But the scorching red light produced by the explosion temporarily made Son Gohan lose sight of Cooler. Son Gohan's heart tightened slightly. Cut the disc. Gula gathered energy in his hands, and two circular discs condensed in his left and right hands. The moment he condensed, he threw two discs at Son Gohan again. The cutting disc is a circular energy-like disc with an extremely sharp rotating edge, which is exactly the same as Krillin's Cayenne Slash. But its strength lies in that it can be controlled, just like using Yamcha's Kai Control bullet to control the Cayenne Slash. At the same time, I will not stop until I hit the enemy. Gula's strength lies in the fact that it does not require gestures to control, only mental power is needed. The two cutting discs instantly penetrated the flame waves after the explosion. So that's the move. Son Gohan moved instantly and his figure disappeared. Don't even think about escaping. Frieza's eyes narrowed, and he cut the disc and chased after Son Gohan again. Huh? You learned how to sense Kai. Son Gohan looked at Coola with a serious expression. I seldom fight myself, but that doesn't mean I am less talented than you Saiyans. I was quite successful in sensing the aura you mentioned when I was watching the battle between Frieza and your father just now. There was a hint of disdain in Gula's tone. Haha, it seems that we really can't underestimate you, the Ice Demon Clan, Son Gohan said while dodging. Whoosh! The city is chasing him closely. At the same time, in outer space, 5 streams of light came at high speed. Captain, what do you see over there? Huh, Lord Frieza. Ginyu's eyes widened, as if he had seen something he shouldn't have seen. That's right. The 5 streams of light coming at high speed are none other than the Ginyu force that gave up the battle for the planet Yadrat. Frieza summoned them at the beginning, and there were continuous battles in between, including Son Gohan's pretending to be dead, and about an hour passed. Ginyu and the others are here too. Captain, King Frieza still has vital signs. Bart used the monitor on the spacecraft and detected that Frieza was still alive. Stop, take King Frieza's body away. Ginyu's face was solemn, and a sinister light flashed in his eyes. Yes. There are no doubts about the 4 players, Giz, Bart, Lickum, and Guru. After all, the enemy who could beat Frieza into the state is far beyond their reach. When I heard Ginyu say that they were going to retreat with Frieza, a hint of relief flashed through my mind. 5 streams of light stopped in front of Frieza's remains, and Ginyu opened the hatch. Lord Frieza. Ginyu, you're here? Come on, take me to the base and treat my injuries. Frieza opened his eyes tiredly. Yes, Lord Frieza. Ginyu carried Frieza's remains into the crowded cabin. It is worth mentioning that Ginyu can also survive in the vacuum of space for a short period of time, although he can't do it like Frieza. At this time, Frieza only had his upper body left, but he also lost an arm. My lord, last time we passed by a planet, there was a treatment cabin that could regenerate limbs. Ginyu said respectfully to Frieza. Is it safe? Frieza asked tiredly. It's safe. Although the technological level is advanced, the combat effectiveness is not high. Ginyu was so nervous that cold sweat ran down his hands. Okay, do as you say. Son Gohan, Cooler, just wait for me. Frieza's resentment was evident in his words. Yes, Lord Frieza. Ginyu was overjoyed, but his face showed no sign of. Giz, Bart, report the situation here to my father. Don't follow me. Frieza ordered through the spacecraft's communicator. Yes, Lord Frieza. Geese, Bart and the other four received the order at the same time. Ginyu was even more delighted when he saw this. It would be more beneficial to his plan if they left. Ginyu, let's go. I can't hold on for much longer. Frieza's voice became lower and lower. Don't worry, my king. That planet is very close to here. We can get there in an hour. Frieza no longer wanted to talk. He closed his eyes. Weak, so weak. Ginyu felt that an unprecedented opportunity was before his eyes. He controlled the spaceship and flew beyond its limit. The unusual behavior did not arouse Frieza's suspicion. He thought that Ginyu was showing his loyalty. Little did he know that his end was approaching. Vank Star. Please note, the landing field for alien visitors has been opened. Please do not cause unnecessary damage. As soon as Ginyu descended from the stratosphere, the spacecraft received a message. Vank Star has very advanced technology and is also one of the few planets that establishes trade with alien planets. Namek itself is far away from Frieza's territory, and Vanko is even more remote than Namek. It is close to the southern Milky Way and belongs to the edge of the northern Milky Way. There was no resistance to the spaceship, with the unique logo of Frieza's army. In fact, Ginyu lied to Frieza just now. He had known about this planet for a long time, but had never reported it to the Legion. He had some selfish motives, waiting to conquer this planet as his secret base after he became stronger. But I didn't expect it to come in handy now. Take me to your medical center. Ginyu got off the spaceship, hugged Frieza's body, and said to the service staff, Okay, guest from afar, please follow me. A man with a fox-like head took Ginyu to the nearest medical center. 10 minutes later, they arrived at the medical center. When they walked in, they didn't see many staff members, but rows of treatment cabins similar to those of Frieza's army. Guest, you can put him in now. Just press the start button. The operation is very simple, said the fox head. Okay, got it, you can get out now, Ginyu said. Okay, I'll wait for you outside. It takes half an hour to regenerate the limbs, and the process is a bit painful. You need to ask your friend to be patient for a while, the fox head reminded. Okay, you can leave now. Ginyu is getting more and more nervous. The fox head didn't care. He had seen many combinations like Ginyu in the past few decades. In order not to expose the privacy of alien visitors, they did not use any monitors in this medical center. My lord, shall I let you in? Ginyu said nervously. Frieza said weakly. Ginyu received the order and put Frieza into the treatment chamber. Click the start button. The treatment cabin started to operate rapidly, and streams of green treatment fluid gushed out of the cabin. Frieza's remains also began to slowly grow new limbs, bones, fascia, nerves, flesh, blood, skin. First the arms, then the lower body. Frieza frowned slightly and felt his body itchy and numb. Lord Frieza, let me take charge of the universe for you. Ginyu saw Frieza with a frown on his face and immediately felt that his chance had come. I saw his right hand pierce his chest in an instant. Wow, a large mouthful of blood spurted out. Exchange. Ginyu used up his last bit of strength and said the word exchange to Frieza, who was being treated in front of him. A golden light flashed by. What's going on? Ginyu, you dare to betray me? Ahem. Jinyu's body spoke in Frieza's voice. At the same time, he coughed up blood and collapsed to the ground. So strong, haha. I didn't expect him to be so strong. Ginyu was extremely excited and happy. He heard Frieza's rebuke, but the sound could not be heard from the treatment cabin, so he did not answer Frieza. The lower body was also regenerated after just 20 minutes. The hatch opens. Ginyu walks out of the cabin. At this time, after being swapped into Jinyu's severely injured body, Frieza's consciousness has become increasingly weak. Lord Frieza, thank you for this body of yours. It's strong, stronger than ever before. Ginyu squatted down and said to the familiar body in front of him. Haha, Ginyu, I'm waiting for you in hell. It's not easy to survive in this universe with my body. The figures of Son Goku, Son Gohan, Cooler, and even Beerus flashed through the mind of Frieza, who was about to die. At this moment, he seemed to be liberated. Even when a man is about to die, His words are good. That's my business, Lord Frieza. Let me see you off for the last time. Ginyu condensed energy in his palm and gently placed it on his old body. Laugh. The body instantly vaporized and disappeared without a trace. Ginyu slowly walked out of the medical center. Huh, where's your friend? The foxhead asked in surprise. Him, he left for something. Ginyu did not explain, but floated directly into the air and flew towards the spaceship. The foxhead did not stop it, because it had nothing to do with him anyway. As for the cost of treatment, it is free, which is also a small means for Vankstar to establish diplomatic relations with other alien visitors. 2 words. 2 figures in the dark on Namek are watching an image. Tusk, interesting. I didn't expect Frieza to die at the hands of his own men. Haha, Lord Beerus, don't you care about it? Wise said with a faint smile. To me, it's all the same. It doesn't matter, Beerus said cruelly. It turns out that just after Ginyu left with Frieza, Wise used the scepter to open the projection. From the treatment to the exchange, and Frieza's complete death, they both saw it all. Chapter 59, Coola dies, Beerus appears. Namek. 2 purple-red cutting discs are still relentlessly chasing Son Gohan. How annoying. Son Gohan frowned and flew towards Coola quickly. Don't try this kind of trick. You don't really think that I will kill myself, do you? Gula said disdainfully. At the same time, he raised his fingers and shot out several death beams, shooting at the rushing Son Gohan. Son Gohan had no choice but to dodge upwards. Although the death beam could not hurt him at all, it would inevitably affect his speed. The 2 cutting discs chasing after it are not easy to deal with. Son Gohan also felt a chill from the 2 discs. Kid, you Saiyans cannot survive in the vacuum of the universe. Just go with this planet. Gula suddenly rose to a high altitude, raised his hands, and accumulated terrifying energy. A golden ball of energy began to appear, and it grew bigger and bigger. Cooler wants to destroy Namek and Son Gohan together. Don't even think about stopping. If you stop, you'll be completely cut in half by the cutting disc. Haha, Frieza used his mental power to control the cutting disc and bit Son Gohan tightly. Haha, Gula, I'm little, not stupid. Do you really think that you can kill me with just this little trick? Son Gohan flew in a circle, and the cutting disc followed behind him. Everyone can talk big, but if you have the guts, take my golden supernova and see if you can be cut into pieces by the cutting disc. Gula was furious. The accumulated supernovas were also thrown towards Son Gohan. Gohan, be careful. Son Wukong, who was watching the battle, swallowed the senzu bean and prepared to help him. Stop, Son Wukong. Your son is more than just that. Mel stopped Son Wukong with words. Upon hearing this, Son Wukong temporarily gave up on providing support. Haha, the time has come. Son Gohan raised the corner of his mouth, and his figure disappeared instantly. Damn it, that trick again, Gula said angrily. Look around at the same time. What are you looking at? Come here, a voice came from behind. Son Gohan held Furio's body tightly, and in an instant, he came to the bottom of the supernova again. While holding Furia, he turned and faced the cutting disc that was coming at him at a very fast speed. Good boy, how shameless, Beerus couldn't help but say. Ho ho ho, Lord Beerus, do you have an idea? Wise laughed. The two gods have depended on each other for tens of millions of years, so naturally they can guess Beerus's thoughts. Let's see first, Beerus said calmly. Although Son Gohan's movements are complicated, they are extremely short. Let me go, you will die too. Gula looked at the cutting disc getting closer and closer, feeling extremely terrified. After Son Gohan grabbed his body, he shot light from his eyes, piercing his abdomen. As a result, the pain prevented his mental power from hitting the target, and he lost control of the cutting disc. If you die, I won't die. Call out. The cutting disc arrives in an instant. Son Gohan lets go of Cooler and disappears instantly. Come on, Gula surpassed his limit and raised his body half a head higher. Whoosh, swish, boom. Both legs and the tail behind fell to the ground at the same time. That's right, the speeding cutting disc instantly split his body into two. Fortunately, he raised his body a bit, otherwise, it would have been split into three. Asshole, Gula was furious. Be careful, your supernova is coming too. Son Gohan stood below Coola and teased. What? Gula turned around in the air. The huge supernova energy group is about to land. Damn it, Death Shockwave. The condensed supernova will not be under his control. He can only increase the output, but cannot take it back or let it dissipate. Helpless, Gula could only send out shock waves with both hands to resist the supernova. Son Gohan is really too dark. Not only did he let Cooler be split in two by his own skill, but he also let him resist his own attack. It is clear at a glance which is stronger, the supernova that accumulates for half a day or the instantaneous shock wave. The supernova fell with the shock wave, and Gula, who was split into two, also suffered serious injuries. His energy and physical strength were reduced by more than half, and he could not resist the supernova that he had condensed with all his strength. Son Gohan, help me, you don't want Namek to explode, right? You won't be able to survive in the starry sky. Gula cried for help in horror. Are you sure you want me to help you? Son Gohan asked with interest. Please save me. I will do whatever you tell me to do from now on. As Gula faced death, his fear became more and more serious. His tone was almost pleading. Okay, I'll be kind and help you. Son Gohan put down his hands and crouched down slightly. Gohan, do you really want to save him? Son Goku, who was watching the battle, murmured. Turtle. Group. Gas. Achievement. Son Gohan made a classic hand gesture, and the blue energy ball in his hand gathered most of his energy. No, what are you doing? Frieza turned around and looked at Son Gohan in horror. I'm helping you, huh? I'm helping you smash your supernova, and you too, by the way, Bo. After Bao shouted, a thick blue beam of light instantly shot towards Gula and supernova. No tilde Gula roared unwillingly. But under the attack of the supernova and Kamehameha, he was directly vaporized and dissipated into wisps of smoke and dust. Son Gohan fired Kamehameha with all his strength, which directly pierced through the supernova with its powerful energy and shot into the starry sky. Boom! The supernova explosion after the breakdown. Namek was shaken violently again. Haha, you little brat, you're a little too dark, aren't you? Son Wukong said with a wry smile. Even her own father couldn't bear to watch it, so you can imagine how painful Gula's death was. He was cut into two pieces by his own skill, and then killed by his own energy bomb. I will die with my eyes open, if I still have eyes. Son Gohan obviously had enough means to kill him head-on, but he chose to use this sinister method. It's heartbreaking to kill people. Dad, it's over. Let's go back. Son Gohan turned back to normal and came to Son Goku. Haha, Son Gohan, you are too much of a bully, aren't you? You really have used the superpower of instant teleportation to its fullest. Myers couldn't help but say. I'm being cautious. You don't understand. Who knows if he has a backup plan? If he reveals his trump card right from the start, it's no longer a trump card. Son Gohan retorted. What a steady one. Suddenly, a voice sounded. Son Gohan's heart tightened, and his body tensed as he looked at the two people who suddenly appeared in front of him. Oh wow, Lord Beerus, look at this little fellow's expression. It seems he knows us. Wise said with a smile. Hello, Lord Beerus, Mr. Wise. Son Gohan struggled for a moment, then relaxed and greeted the two of them respectfully. Gohan, who are they? Goku asked in confusion. Dad, I'll go back and tell you. Don't talk, Son Gohan said quietly. Well, you have some knowledge. Good boy, although your methods are a bit shameless, you are still very polite, Beerus said expressionlessly. Haha, Lord Beerus, please forgive me for making fun of you. This place is already in a dilapidated state. Why don't we go to Earth together and eat and chat? There are many delicious foods on Earth. After Son Gohan relaxed, his tone became very natural. Delicious food? If it's not delicious, I will destroy the planet, Beerus said coldly. Don't worry, Master Beerus, I promise you will absolutely love it, Son Gohan said calmly. Okay, let's go, Weiss. Yes, Lord Beerus. Dong dong. Weiss tapped the ground with his staff, and a stream of colorful light enveloped the two of them. It instantly shot off into space. Huh, Son Gohan wiped the sweat from his forehead. Haha, I didn't expect you would be afraid, Myers teased. My dear brother, facing the highest and most powerful god in the universe, How can I not be afraid? Son Gohan said dissatisfiedly. Okay, let's go. Let me see the delicious food on Earth. They deliberately didn't let you take them to Earth. They should be giving you time to prepare. With my brother's speed, it only takes 3 minutes to get to Earth, Myers reminded. So fast? That's right. The distant planet destroyer only takes a few minutes to get to Earth. Let's go. Son Gohan held Son Goku with one hand and Mers with the other, and disappeared instantly. All right, legends, that's it for today. If you're ready for the next chapter, smash that like button and flood the comments right now. Remember, we've got 3 days to prove this story needs to continue. Subscribe so you don't miss the drop, and I'll meet you in the next audiobook.